Great day to be a Raider. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. You guys know what time it is. We are back. Welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Make sure you guys get those likes up, wipe them feet. Also, hit that subscribe button if you guys are not subscribed yet, man. Today is a wonderful day in Raider Nation. Our new head coach, Klint Kubiak, coming off of a quick trip from the Bay Area, man. Look, bro was ready, y'all. Like, he wasted no time, didn't sit around and wait for the parade. That man jumped on the first thing smoking and got to Las Vegas. And I have to correct myself. I read a report, and there were several people in the comment section saying he didn't have a family. Bro got a whole full-blown family, man. So salute to him. Salute to his beautiful family. Landed in Vegas yesterday. Signed a new 5-year deal. We got our guy. And in about 30 minutes, you guys, we will be live for the press conference, man. Salute to Green Dot Gang. I see you guys heavy. Let me catch up to the chat real quick, man. Once again, thank you to everybody being here. I'm hyped. I know you guys are pumped up, man. Today is a beautiful, beautiful day, man, for us fans. Salute to Demon King. Rejoice, Raider Nation. It's a new day again. We have the guy, OLV for life, Raider Nation for life. Now go get me some more pieces. Linebacker, corner, free safety, O-line, D-line. Talk that talk, Demon King. And then my brother gives 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, salute to you, man. One of the GOATs over here. I appreciate you, brother. Let's get that trip to the draft going this week. Let's lock in Airbnb flights. We are out there to go watch Fernando Mendoza get drafted #1. Salute to my brother, Demon King. DeMokes signing our future coach and having a presser today. Perfect timing. Oh, man, let me find out one of the GOATs in Raider Nation's birthday is today, man. Salute to you. Happy birthday to our brother DeMokes, man. DeMokes MVP season incoming. Salute to my brother. Everybody in the comment section, let our brother know, man, happy birthday to him. A salute to Mutation as well, becoming a YouTube member. My brother, I think you're probably just reading up, but salute to you. If you guys want to become members, hit the link. Is pinned up top, man. You guys are going crazy today. Mutation, my brother, appreciate you. Let's effing go. It's the beginning of our time. Raider Nation for life. Sleepy, appreciate you on the $2 smackaroonie. Salute to One Up, a member for 50 months. I appreciate you, brother. Salute to Raider Ryan. We are Kubiak back. Member for 36 months. I appreciate you, brother. I'm going to read the chat real quick, you guys, and we're going to get into the show. Salute to 24, one of the GOATs over here as well, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to one of the mod fathers himself, my brother. Salute to all the new members here in the building. Salute to Ant. Man, I didn't have any coffee today, but I got my C4, so I'm getting ready to work out after this presser is over. Salute to you, bro. It's a great day in Raiderville. Let's go. Salute to my guy, Anthony Raider, on a $10 smackaroonie. Get those questions in, you guys. We got a lot to talk about. The presser should start in about, again, what is it? What time is it? Wait, was it 2 hours? Oh, so we're way early. We're way early. But we're definitely going to cover the presser today. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I'm way early. I'm way early. But you know what? We're going to talk some Raider ball today because there's a lot to talk about. So I keep forgetting we're 2 hours off from the Pacific time. So it is what? 9:34 back home. Starts in about an hour and a half. So there you go. Chef Curry, brand new day in Raider Nation. Let's get to it and build this thing right. Salute to my guys. We're going to have a long live today, you guys. For sure. Salute to Chef, man, my brother, man. Appreciate you as always, my guy. This is Factory Outlet. Salute to Oscar. The only thing that will make me more happier than this presser will be the day they release Gina. Salute to Oscar on the $20 smackaroonie, man. My brother, I appreciate you. And you know that is definitely on the horizon here very soon. Geno Smith, I do not believe that they'll hold on to him to be the bridge guy. Remember, though, that Kubiak, initially signed up to be the offensive coordinator for Geno Smith out there in Seattle. So that's all I'm going to say, you guys. I'm not saying that to hold on to Geno, and, I know we can free up $8 million in cap space this offseason by getting rid of him and then eating like 18 mil, I believe. But remember, when Kubiak went up there and left New Orleans and joined Mike McDonald out there in Seattle, he was under the impression originally that Geno Smith was going to be his quarterback before Geno kind of forced his way out of there and Pete Carroll went and got his guy. So I'm just throwing that out there. Look, I know we all want to get Geno out of here. I know that. But again, remember that there is a somewhat connection here. And maybe they don't want to look out, outside those doors. Again, Kirk Cousins may be available. It looks like Atlanta's going to cut him. Kurt had some really good words to say about Fernando Mendoza and the similarities and the comparison between the two. I believe he said something about his wife saying, comparing the two as well. And Kurt saying that he sees the similarities. That can be a guy that, again, Klint Kubiak coached in Minnesota, right? The connection is there as well. If I'm a betting man, right, they can go in an entirely different direction, but they could hold on to Geno, or they could sell Kirk Cousins to come in and be that backup to Fernando Mendoza. But honestly, I really, truly believe that Kurt wants to start. I think Geno wants to start. And I think that Fernando Mendoza off the rip, day one, is going to start. So regardless of what Tom Brady said, some guys are just ready to go more than others. And I believe that Fernando Mendoza, it's not going to be, the moment's not going to be too big for him. I think he's going to be prepared and ready to go come day one. And I think that Kubiak knows that. And I think that's one of the main reasons why he signed on for a 5-year deal here with our Raiders. Salute to Hug, man, gifting 10, the GOAT himself, OLV Raiders Network memberships. Salute to my brother, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Salute to all the new members in the building because of my brother Hug. I think Hammer's going to pull up in a little bit as well. So we'll have some fun today, you guys. Again, I'm going to be real with you. My timing was off. So I started the show really early, but we're going to run it. We're going to have some fun these next few hours. And I believe Hammer's going to pull up here in a little bit as well. So stay tuned, man. Salute to my guy, Just Been Bad Baby. Let's go. A great day. Salute to my guy, man. Salute to Squid as well. Nice to see us handle business the right way. Salute to my guy. K-Smooth. So I have to say this, okay? You got to kind of take this new report with a grain of salt because, again, we just kind of killed this dude yesterday for the bullshit report about Tom Brady being told that Maxx would rather retire than play another snap in the silver and black, right? And we talked about this a ton yesterday, so I don't want to bring back the article or whatnot, but a new report just dropped, you guys, about this came from brownsnation.com. Let me go ahead and share this real quick on the screen so you guys can check it out yourself. But we talked about, Jim Schwartz wanting out of Cleveland, right? He already told them he's gone. He resigned. There is probably some hiccups that can come along with this situation. He did resign. So maybe you have to part ways with the draft pick, or, maybe Cleveland says, no, not so fast. And they can make this situation more intense than it needs to be. Right. But clearly Jim Schwartz is one of, if not the brightest defensive mind in football. This would be literally the icing on the cake, the cherry on top, if you could find a way to bring in Jim Schwartz. And again, I know Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter put it out there, I believe, that he's going to sit for a year. We talked about that the other day. Maybe he wants to sit for a year, come back and try to enter next year's head coaching cycle. Well, this report drops today over on Twitter. Interesting. BrownsNation.com, coming from Jason La Canfora. Remember this, you guys. Take the name with a grain of salt, because this guy was let go, I believe, from CBS previously for allegedly inaccurate reporting. So you have to take this with a grain of salt. And Sports Boom, I've never even heard of this website until it was brought up yesterday. But Jason La Canfora of Sports Boom reveals what he's hearing about Jim Schwartz's next team. Multiple NFL executives whose teams have been engaged in hiring new coaching staffs indicated that Schwartz is thought of very highly by the Raiders and rookie head coach Klint Kubiak. And they expect that's where the well-regarded defensive play caller will land. Sources have told Sports Boom that Schwartz is more than open to helping Brady and Kubiak rebuild that unit after Pete Carroll failed in 1 year there as a head coach and a defensive mastermind. So some interesting words there, that he will land with the Raiders and that he's open to helping Brady and Kubiak turn this thing around after Pete Carroll failed after a year in Las Vegas. So an interesting article here, report here from Jason La Canfora and BrownsNation.com. Something to keep an eye on here, Smooth. I would love it, man. If we can find a way to bring him in, I would preferably bring him in over any of those assistants in Seattle. This dude can be the guy that could potentially talk Maxx into staying as well. Don't think for once that Myles Garrett won't give Maxx a call like, hey, hang tight. Like, this dude is one of them ones. You know what I mean? So this could potentially help us, potentially keep our superstar edge rusher in the building if they can't fix things here in the next few weeks with Kubiak in the building now and Spy Tech. And expect to sit down here very soon. And I don't know if he's going to be there today, you guys. I wouldn't be shocked because Maxx is always in the building. But, I don't know. Last night was kind of telling. I know a lot of players were posting Klint Kubiak, and, a lot of people were hyped up. I spoke to a few guys on the team. They're really hyped up. I know Dylan is hyped. I know Dante is hyped. I hit up Dante and was like, bro, you can eat in this system, man. You know what I mean? So some of these guys are really pumped, and Maxx didn't share anything. So I don't know if he wanted to wait until it was official after the press conference. I don't know, but I know last night he was tweeting about James Harden. I know Harden is this guy. The beard is in Cleveland now, and he was tweeting about him, but there's nothing in regards to Maxx posting anything about Klint Kubiak. This can be by design, or again, this can be Raider Nation, including myself, kind of overthinking the situation here. But I wouldn't be shocked if Maxx was there. He's usually there during a lot of these pressers, kind of in the back, playing the back. So I wouldn't be shocked. And even if we don't see him there, don't be shocked if he is there, because again, he's constantly in the building. And but Spy Tech will be there, and it seems as though there's a clear disconnect there between them two. So I don't know. All I'm gonna say is this, you guys: do not be alarmed if Maxx isn't there, but it could be very telling also, because again, the nation is excited right now with Klint Kubiak. And when you're seeing some of these players posting stuff in their stories about how excited they are about the new guy, and your superstar is the one that hasn't posted anything yet, it's kind of revealing a little bit. Salute to Sports Junkie, Graphk. Everyone talks about all our weapons and keep forgetting to include Dante Thornton. Yeah, he had a tough year with the drops, but so did Trey Tucker early on. I think Kubiak unlocks this kid and he takes off. Yeah, man, this is something that, I'm excited to see in this system, bro. Like, I really, truly am. And not only with the deep ball, but just finding ways to get the football in this man's hand. He's a physical specimen. He's a speedster. I think that they're going to get him involved in the short game a ton this year as well. I know a lot of people question his route tree, from his time in Tennessee. When you look back at Oregon, it was a lot more expanded. But I would expect them to get him more involved with the short game, take advantage of that speed, take advantage of that big body. Yes, I'm pumped about Dante Thornton in this system, man. Hopefully Kubiak and company can unlock him in year 2. And sometimes it just takes time, Junkie. Again, this guy was a developmental talent coming in, being drafted in the 4th round. Nobody really thought too much about, him taking off in year 1. And then he wins a starting role in training camp, and all the buzz is that Dante is killing it out there. And then Geno goes out there, struggles. He does struggle with a few drops, but the deep ball is kind of taken away, from Chip Kelly because of the picks and, the turnovers with Geno Smith. And then you don't really see too much of Dante anymore. I'm excited to see him in year 2, man. And I definitely hit him up yesterday about it as well. And I spoke to his people. Everybody's pumped up about Dante in year 2 with Kubiak in the building. Primos, who is your pick at DC? This would be the number one option here. Again, I don't know how realistic it is. The early reports were that, Schwartz was going to sit it out this year. And again, I don't know what Cleveland would want, in regards to just allowing him to resign and move on and go sign elsewhere. I don't know if Cleveland's going to play hardball. We know this organization is terrible, so they may try to do that. But my pick, if we can, if there's any truth to this report, you got to kind of take it with a grain of salt because of the guy connected to the report. I'm going Jim Schwartz 10 times out of 10, bro. This dude is phenomenal. Salute to my guy Primos. And then again, we've talked about the Carl Scotts and the Durbs and those guys out there in Seattle as well. Two definite realistic options. One of them to follow Kubiak to Vegas, and we'll see here in the next week or so. Or even potentially quicker than that, how fast he puts this coaching staff together, and we'll see what it is. So, Ray, just seen your post about JS. Do you think that's a realistic possibility? Ray, I always say this, if I'm a betting man, I think the odds are pretty low. But, and again, the report, is coming from this dude who literally was let go from his previous job, allegedly because of inaccurate reporting. So you guys can Google that yourself. It's right there. Simple and plain. One of the first things that comes up when you Google this guy's name is inaccurate reporting. So I don't know. I'll go 70-30, but I would love it if he is an option and Kubiak can pull him into Vegas. Bro, I'm not only pumped about this offense, I'm pumped about this defense, bro. Like real talk. And I think that Spy Tech with Schwartz in the building is going to go into this draft and they're going to go full out defense. They're going to go get some corners, some linebackers, potentially another defensive tackle, another edge rusher. If they bring in Schwartz, they're going to give him every weapon under the sun in order to get that thing going in year 1. Salute to Sleepy, my guy, man. Appreciate you, my brother. Gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, salute to you. I appreciate you so much. Salute to all the new members here in the building because of my guy Sleep. Ray Glide. What if we keep Gino for a year so Mendoza can learn under him? I mean, again, I don't know what he's going to learn under Gino. Let me say this. I don't want to knock. From what I was told and from what I've heard is Gino, outside of a few situations. I heard he was a really good teammate in Seattle. I know with the Jets, he got his ass knocked out in the locker room and got his jaw broke. I know, this past season, him getting into it with the fans, and there was a few players behind the scenes that were definitely disgruntled with the way Geno Smith went about his business, throwing players and young guys under the bus and going at it with the fan base and stuff like that. But there were still some people in that building that were really high on Geno Smith's leadership qualities and, him being a good teammate. So, I don't really know, Ray. I just know that he's under contract for the next 2 years. But if I'm if I have to guess here, I think Geno wants out as well. That was a terrible, terrible year. Pete Carroll got canned. Geno goes online and deletes everything Raiders on his Instagram. The writing was on the wall when Pete got fired. So I think that Geno's gone, honestly. But could they keep him for another year? Maybe. We shall see. There are some reports the Raiders want Jim Schwartz, but he can't sign anywhere, right? Isn't he still under contract? I don't know if he's technically under contract anymore, Mendoza, because he resigned. So I don't know how that thing will work. I'll say this. If he wants to sign elsewhere, I'm almost positive that he has to get Cleveland to write off on that. And maybe they will do right by him. He thought he was getting the head coaching job before Monken swooped in last minute and got the job. So maybe they do right by their former defensive coordinator. But I'm expecting if we do want to bring him in, there may be a draft pick tied to it, and Cleveland may want to play hardball because that is that's a big loss right there to Cleveland, man. You can ask Myles Garrett and that defense how much they really, really value Jim Schwartz. But I would expect Cleveland either to grant him his wishes because of how it worked out there with Todd Monken, or just saying, hey, if you want him, give us a draft pick. So we shall see. Let's effing go, Raiders. Salute to my guy Thomas on the $5 smackaroony, my brother, man. Salute to Dub. Question is, what do you got to give up? Yeah, and that's the question that we're kind of asking here, my brother, right? Is what does that entail? And I think that Mark and company will go out there and make him the highest paid defensive coordinator. They try to do it with Robert Saleh, you know what I mean, before he went to the Niners and returned over there. Now he's the head coach with Tennessee. They try to make him the highest paid defensive coordinator in football, just like they did with Chip Kelly, paying him $6 million per. Mark is definitely going to go out there and spend the bread to make this thing happen with Kubiak, because they cannot afford to have another situation where they have another failed head coach. They got to give him every single outlet, every single weapon possible to make this thing happen. So I would expect, you know, Tom Brady and company, Mark Davis and company to just throw the kitchen sink at Jim Schwartz if he is available and if Kubiak is bought in with the idea of bringing him in. That would be phenomenal. Salute to my guy, salute to Angela. This is the Raiders' fourth head coach in the last 4 years. Hope this is the guy. Facts, man. Facts. And I love that they hired him on a 5-year deal. You know, again, Pete signed a 3-year deal, only lasted 1 year. What was Josh McDaniels' contract, you guys? Wasn't it a 5-6 year deal as well? Gruden was a 10-year deal, but I like that they gave him the 5 years and expect him to be one of the highest paid coaches in football once the numbers are released. I haven't seen those as of yet right now. But again, I think that they're going to be patient with this guy. Again, man, you see what he did with that Seattle offense. You know, that New Orleans offense was gelling early on out there with DC before injuries starting to pile up and stuff like that as well when he was the OC out there. So one of the brightest offensive minds in football. Everybody out there is praising him. I think the Raiders will be patient this time around. You know, if we're shitting the bed for the next 3 seasons and Mendoza looks like he's not developing and Genty is not the guy that we thought we were getting at 6, and, you know, again, there's some situations here that can potentially speed up moving on from him, but I think that they're going to give this guy a long leash and allow him to develop a lot of these young guys on this young roster. So I hear you, Angela. I feel you. But again, I think this is the one. I think this is the one. And I think that this Raiders organization, this brass, believes he's the one. I think that they're going to give him the time and they're going to give him patience and they're going to allow him to get this thing right. Because again, you know, Rome wasn't built in one day. And my expectations are totally different this year with Kubiak, with the rookie quarterback. You know, my expectations are develop your young talent, win a few ball games, go out there and compete. And next year we'll build this thing up again and we'll build this thing up again. You know, but I'm not expecting them to go out there and light the league on fire and go win a playoff game or 2 in year 1. I'm just expecting better results than these last few seasons and seeing Kubiak unlock Mendoza and Genty and Brock and all these guys on rookie deals, getting Jackson Powers-Johnson involved. You know, whether it's at the center of the guard spot, getting, you know, Caleb Rogers and Grant. Spytech is putting all these young guys, you know, in the hands of Kubiak. And I think that he's going to be the right guy to develop these dudes. Salute to Alex. I'd rather prefer Kubiak bringing one of his guys. I'm not sure how well Jim and Kubiak would click. Raiders PTSD is going to be crazy this offseason. I hear you, but would you rather have a proven guy or a guy that like with Durr, right? Is he going to be the next Mike McDonald? We don't know. Is Carl Scott going to be the next Pete Carroll? We don't know. You know what I mean? So if you can get a guy like Jim Schwartz, you got to make the move, bro. Like you have to make the move. Like if he says, you know what, I would love to come to Vegas and build up my defense and build this thing up to the draft, get a few players in free agency, maybe talk Maxx into sticking around. You got to go Jim Schwartz, man. You have to. You have to. Simple and plain. Because again, do you think that DC up there in Seattle can be Mike McDonald? He hasn't had to call plays. Mike McDonald calls his own plays. You know, with Carl Scott, is he a mix of Mike McDonald and Pete Carroll, or is he Pete Carroll? We don't know. We just truly don't know. I would rather go with the proven commodity than either of those names. Either way, I'm good with any of them. But if you can get Schwartz, you got to bring in Schwartz. Salute to Roy. Graphk, let's go with this. Kubiak signing. I'm hyped. We will have high-flying offense. Go get A.J. Brown. No. Add K9 to help Genty. Mendoza's season. Raiders. No A.J. Brown. None. No. Let him go to New England. Let him go, you know, get coached by his former guy, Vrabel. The Tennessee connection is there. We don't need any of that. We don't need a veteran guy like that complaining about not getting the rock, 50 times a game. I would rather preferably go in another direction. And you have to give up draft capital in order to do that. There's no reason to go get an AJ Brown. He does not fit our timeline here. K9 is interesting, but expect, potentially a Denver, KC. There's a few other teams that could potentially go out there and pay him some money. I expect him to return to Seattle. They got $70 million at their disposal. I think they're going to pay their running back and bring him back. He just won an MVP in the Super Bowl. Salute to Reap. McDumbass. Calling back-to-back screenplays had me dead. Talk that talk, Reap. Salute to my brother, man. Salute to Rube as well. Jim runs a lot of man. We would need guys at corner who are man corners. No Stokes, no Woolen. And we definitely don't have the pass rush to run a lot of man or linebackers who can cover. This hire would scare me, definitely. But again, Rube, patience, man. And again, we have a full draft class, and I think that the majority of those picks, I would probably say 7 of them go to the defensive side of the football. In free agency, you can go get you an offensive lineman or 2, maybe go get you a receiver. You can go get you a corner, go get you a linebacker. Again, I hear you. Trust me. Is the fit truly there with the personnel that we have right now? No, it's not. But again, I've seen guys come in and build their roster up on that side of the football. If you're giving Schwartz the keys, let him go out there and sit down with Kubiak and Spy Tech during the draft process and say, I think this guy will fit what I'm trying to do on the defensive side of the ball, and so on and so forth. Schwartz is definitely an aggressive play caller on the defensive side of the ball. And of course, like you said, we don't have the pass rush as of now. If you keep Maxx and you go get R. Mason Thomas, or you go get one of those young pass rushers in the draft and it works out, you may have that pass rush. But I hear you. Stokes is a free agent, and honestly, they're probably not going to bring him back. That was a Pete Carroll pickup right there. That was that was a Pete Carroll to a T type corner, and it worked out with Stokes. But I see him going elsewhere. Woolen, I hear you. I definitely hear you, man. But again, you can go get you a linebacker, Devin Lloyd. You can go get one of those guys in free agency, pay them a shit ton of money to come in. And then there's a lot of linebackers that can cover in this year's class. You know that, Rube, probably more than most people in this comment section. There's some guys that are do-it-all linebackers in this year's class. That's why I love this class. So it's my guy, Rube. But I hear you. I definitely hear you, brother. Let me see, man. Salute to my guy, Indiana, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, man, in real life. Salute to my guy, and salute to all the new members here in the building. My brother, man. Salute to my guy, Justin, as well, man. Also important to remember, Kubiak will have some growing pains. Got to be patient. Facts, man. Facts. And that's all we're going to preach this year, Justin, is just allow this man to develop this team, get these guys. I'm not expecting wins from day one. Just go out there and compete. And I want to see these young guys get better in year 2. I want to see these rookies show some promise in year 1. I want to see the year 3 guys, the Brocks of the world, the JPJs of the world, show that they are who we think they are, right? We know Brock is what he is. But again, yes, patience. And again, I told y'all, I promise, you're not going to see me go on Twitter after a loss or Instagram and say, fire this guy. I'm not. Look, I'm here to literally practice patience with Kubiak, because I know he is the right hire, but I also know it's going to take time for this thing to gel. Salute to Sky, man, or Psychedelic. My apologies, my brother, gifting 5 OLV. You guys are phenomenal, man. Today, we're getting a bunch of new members. You guys are so goated. Salute to Psychedelic. Salute to all the new members here in the building because of Psychedelic and Indiana and Hug and all my people, gifting those memberships. You guys are the greatest, man. And Justin, yes, this roster won't look the same at all. This is facts. Again, most of the defensive side of the ball is free agents anyway. Our whole linebacking core is probably going to be gone outside of Lindenberg and Eichenberg. Jamin Davis will be on the practice squad potentially, but the corner room is going to look different. Stokes is probably on the way out. Shin is still there, but Palomalo, they may move on from him. They could save a couple $1 million moving on from him. So I don't look. This defense is going to look completely different this upcoming season. Kuntz, free agent. We don't know if they're going to bring him back. And we're still up in the air with this whole Maxx situation. So the defense is going to look completely different this upcoming season through free agency and the draft. It's going to be interesting to see how they build this thing up. But I'm excited. If you bring in Jim Schwartz, I'm not only hyped about the offense, I'm really, truly, stupid excited about the defensive side of the ball and the potential, even in year 1, because of Schwartz and what he has done, as a defensive coordinator. Ty, man, number 1 draft pick, most likely Mendoza. Kubiak, head coach, beat Chargers, beat KC, Broncos, and New England, all beaten. And I'm on my 6th day, smoke-free start to a good year. Salute to my brother Ty, man. Congratulations, bro. I love that for you, man. Extend your life, brother. Save them lungs. In factory outlet, you are completely right. I haven't had a drink since Atlanta, too, so I'm kind of going through a cleanse as well, man. Congratulations, brother. I'm proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Salute to my guy. Bogue, Surratt in the 3rd. Those back shoulders will work in the NFL. We'll see if he drops into the 3rd. We don't know. Again, there's a lot of talk about him potentially being a 2nd-round guy. Omar Cooper Jr. is starting to gain a lot of traction here as well, Bogue. So, but Indiana, one of those guys will be available there in the 3rd round, and I'm good with either one of them. I'm good with either one of them. Surratt is a demon. Omar Cooper Jr. is a demon. I'd be cool with either one of them. Salute to my guy. And familiarity with Mendoza. Salute to AJ, man. I appreciate that, brother. Greatest channel in the game, man. Appreciate you, brother. Hammer, man. Whenever you get a chance to, brother, connect the channels and just pull up and let's shoot the shit. I started the show way too early. We got an hour, I believe, until the presser. So if you want to pull up, come through, connect your channel. Let's get it going. Raiders God, my guy, man, became a member as well. Appreciate you, my brother, my Sacramento brethren. Salute to you and salute to all the new members again. Hit that link up top if you guys want to become a member. Salute to my brother Ridge back in the building. I know you're hyped, my brother. Salute to my guy Ridge. Salute to Hug. Can we never say compete again? Battle, develop. Yeah, I hear you, man. I know Pete kind of, fumbled that word for us, but we're going to act like the Pete Carroll year never happened. Hug, okay? Let's just act like Pete Carroll, Geno Smith, Brendan Carroll, Chip Kelly, none of those guys ever existed. That's what we're going to do, And again, when we think bad about them, we just think about they got us Mendoza. They got us Klint Kubiak, right? I mean, honestly, Kubiak's not coming in without Fernando Mendoza. Without Pete Carroll and Geno Smith, we're not getting Fernando Mendoza. Let's thank those guys. Compete. We should use that word every single day. Prime, sneaky hire, would be promoting Rob Leonard to DC. They kept him for a reason, and he knows the defensive guys we're going to keep. Not so fast, Prime. Let me say this, okay? They retained a ton of coaches, and there still could be some change before they really truly form this whole coaching staff. I'm not going to jump the gun here yet. I love that Robbo may stick around, but they still may clean house. We don't know. I know it's late in the game, and it's going to be difficult to find all kind of assistants, and maybe that was the reason why they did it, because of the hiring being so late. Literally the last hiring at the head coaching spot in the NFL. But I don't know if they're ready to give him that title just yet, honestly. But we shall see. But I think he'd preferably bring in one of his guys from Seattle to call the plays on the defensive side of the ball, or potentially go out there and try to get the big fish, Jim Schwartz, before they promote Rob Leonard. But, you never know. We'll see. We'll see how high they are on him here in a minute. Salute to Just Win, baby. It's an exciting time for Raider Nation. Unlike other situations where the wool was pulled over our eyes, let's effing go. P.S. Wasted needs to dunk his cookies in milk. Freezing up had him looking high as fuck. Yo, salute to my brother Wasted, man. He be trolling y'all, dude. That man set up the live last night and then just set it for another 24 hours. It's funny, man. My brother works so much, you guys, that when he gets home, I think he underestimates how tired he is. And he's like, I can't do this shit. So salute to my guy, man. Y'all be patient. The Klint Kubiak, be patient with Wasted, okay? Be patient. Graphk, did you see this wild? Yes, I seen it, Mark, and it was stupid as hell, and it doesn't even deserve any legs. But yes, he said to go get Malik Willis, which I like Malik Willis. He'd be great in Kubiak's system. Trade the first round pick and blah. I don't even know why these people keep saying this stupid shit. Kubiak signed on to be the head coach of Fernando Mendoza. Simple and plain. There's no reason to think any more about this shit, you guys. Now, if they pull, throw a wrench in the last second and go in another direction, all I'm going to say is this, right? I'm 99.9% they're going to bring in Fernando Mendoza. If they don't, it's like, to me, it's, they have a plan to go in to get a Joe Burrow or one of those big name quarterbacks that potentially may be disgruntled, with their organization right now. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm positive here that Kubiak said, oh yeah, we're going to get our guy, Fernando Mendoza. I'm excited to coach him. He's a dog. There was a lot of, comparisons with Sam Darnold, a lot of comparisons with Kirk Cousins, two former guys, that he coached. One just won a Super Bowl with, the other was in Minnesota. His time as a quarterback's coach and OC in Minnesota. So again, it makes all the sense in the world here to go get Mendoza. That's the move. Salute to Chef, gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. Curry, my dog, one of the GOATs. Appreciate you, my brother. Salute to all the new members in the building. ITK, yes, we are playing the NFC West next season. So we have Seahawks at home. We have the Niners in the Bay. We have who else do we have? We have the Rams, I believe, in Vegas as well. And then we have the Cardinals in the desert in Arizona, I believe. So, yo, what's good, brother?
What a time to be alive if you're part of the nation. What is good? Salute, salute, salute.
Yes, sir. Lil bro is in the building, you guys. Salute to everybody that's going to be joining, watching on Hammer's channel as well. We just connected the channels. Salute to everybody over there. Make sure you guys break them thumbs, hit that subscribe button. You already know what time it is. It's been way too long since me and Lil bro have done a show. And I didn't realize, bro, I started the show 2 hours early.
Yeah.
That's
why I sent you that text earlier and asked you. I'm like, are you still doing the live presser?
That's why when you said, I think I'll be home, I'm like, you think? I'm like, bro, it's like 20 minutes. I'm like, are you sure? But I was still on Atlanta time. I was so off.
Your boy is on fumes. I'm putting it out there right now. They asked me to come into work last night at 8 p.m. I had to do training this morning and got out of training an hour ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, stick around as long as you can, brother.
Oh, hell yeah.
We have under an hour here, you guys, before the presser. I'm going to say this as well. Don't expect this to be a high energy presser, you guys. That's not who Kubiak is. Honestly, that's not who he is. He's going to come in and be pretty quiet. He's cerebral, just like Mendoza. That's why, and just like Tom Brady. That's why this trio is going to work so beautifully in Las Vegas. But I don't want to see any comments in Hammer. You're going to see it, right? Oh my God, he's boring and he's this and he's that. Look, man, we've had the wrestling head coaches. We've had the cigar smoking 6'4" driving motherfuckers in the building. We've had the coaches that are sending crazy crash out emails. We've had all this wild shit. Okay. I'll preferably take the calm, collected thought, takes his time, cerebral head coach at this point. We've done it all. We've done it all at this point. I'm cool with him being calm, cool, and collected.
Brother.
Salute to my brother LB Maximus in the building as well. But again, don't expect him to be in there screaming from the top of his lungs and Raiders and all that other shit. We're not going to get a Pete Carroll presser. We're not going to get, again, lit cigars and shit at Henderson. It's not going to happen. We're going to get a guy that is happy to be here. They got here quick as hell, Hammer. I mean, bro, did you see how quick he jumped on? Look, the Raiders weren't playing with that shit. I love it. You know why? Because Tom and them are probably thinking, if you give him 2 days in Seattle to go out there, go to the parade, and enjoy this time with his former team, he may change his damn mind.
He's going to be like, yeah, fuck this. I'm staying in Seattle. Like,
I'm staying in Seattle. You're not. Bro, he's been in 4 or 5 different places in 5 years with kids, with young kids at that.
Yep.
Like, he's went from, I think, Minnesota, the Niners, New Orleans, Seattle, now Vegas. He's been all over the place. I think that's another reason why he's excited to be a Raider right now. It's like, man, I can let my hair down a little bit. Go get me a house and build this thing up. And maybe my kids can have a home for a little while and not have to fucking move every fucking 12 months.
You see how SpyTech embraced the family yesterday in that video when SpyTech was on the tarmac waiting for him to get off the plane. Like that spoke volumes for me right off the bat. And you and I talked behind the scenes in terms of the 5-year deal. Now, there's a couple other head coaches that were recently hired during this coaching carousel since Black Monday, that some of them, not all of them, got these 5-year deals. In my opinion, and I said this to you off air, SpyTech and Brady are investing in him heavily right now.
Yes.
We don't have, you just heard Graphk talk about the recent coaches we had over these last few years. This is not going to be a revolving door anymore. And look, I'm not going to sit here, and I just had this conversation with my wife on the drive home. I'm not expecting us to be in the playoffs this year, guys. let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to see us, bet your ass I want to see us win more than fucking 3 games.
Oh, yeah. And I believe we will.
But I feel like over time, I'll go year 2 and beyond. This is going to be a team, as long as it's built the right way, which I do believe it will be. I'm waiting to see what the rest of this coaching staff is going to be like. You're going to see a team that's in the playoffs consistently. You're going to see a team that can make deep playoff runs over the next couple of years. You're going to see a guy in Klint Kubiak that is going to be here for longer than 5 years.
Yeah. I want to ask you this real quick. What is your take on the whole Maxx situation? Because everybody last night, and I know you talked to Dylan last night. I hit him up as well, and I seen the text thread between you two. Dylan will be on the show here soon as well, you guys. We're gonna bring Dylan back on, and we're gonna run one and have our guy pull up and have some fun on one of these shows here very, very soon. Dylan's hyped, Dante's hyped, and Maxx last night, didn't share anything yet, kind of feeding more into these rumors and stuff. Last night, 13 hours, right? Kind of when we make the hire, you see a James motherfucking Harden. There's nothing from Maxx in terms of Klint Kubiak. Now, again, this could be nothing. Maxx could be in the building today, and he could be celebrating, with this team and with this new coaching, with this new coaching staff. I don't want to put it out there that there's more to this, but it's clearly he didn't post anything with Kubiak. Do you think there's something to this?
No.
Oh, okay.
Look, listening to him last week and saying what he said, that he's been told really not to say much over these last few years. But at the same time, the little that you do say at times causes an uproar and causes a shitstorm, whether it being a media shitstorm or it causes a shitstorm amongst Raider Nation. Now, looking at this tweet right here, people right off the bat are going to be like, oh, come to Cleveland, come to the Browns.
Yeah.
I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of hearing that shit when it comes to players. But I put this out there last week during the live that I did. Do not invest in players. Do not fucking put your heart and soul in players, because at the end of the fucking day, this is a business. We saw it with Josh Jacobs. I've put it out there. I love that kid. I had him in that draft class. I'm like, we're going to get him. This is baby beast mode. This is beast mode 2.0. Da. Fucking Telesco ran his ass out of here for no fucking reason. Don't be invested, man. Don't be invested, and just take this shit as it goes right now. Would I be sad to see him go? Yes, because this is a guy that has said it time and time again he wants to be a Raider. So we just let's go through the new league year. Let's see if anything happens, but I doubt it. I fucking doubt it.
Real quick, let me write this message. I just got a very interesting message.
And salute to Dylan. This shit was funny as hell last night. I sent him a text in Japanese. Legit Japanese letter. I was like, oh, I know you're on your trip. I just wanted to say hello, my friend, in Japanese. And he's like, bro, whenever you decide to go, let me know. I will recommend so many spots for you. I want to go every year. I'm like, that's on my bucket list, but it's going to happen whether it being this summer or within the next year or two. But I'm going to Japan.
Hey, Jason, are you still in the chat? I just got an interesting message right now, and I was told I can actually share it. Again, I don't want to put my dog on Front Street, so I will not. But got some interesting information here. Who is our strength coach?
Tell me Deuce is gone.
All I got was a message that says, I was told that the Raiders are targeting Lauren Landau, Notre Dame's strength coach. Just wanted to get that on your radar. So it looks as though the Raiders are potentially targeting Lauren Landau, Notre Dame's strength coach. So the name to keep an eye on potentially may move on from Deuce, or maybe you just add him to the staff. I don't know if they clean up here, but it looks as though we may be targeting.
They're going to clean up the Deuce.
So D-Mick, we're both Notre Dame guys, right? So LV, you already know as well, my brother. So there's some interesting information there, right there. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that. Salute to my guy. Once again, I'm not going to put his his name on Front Street. I don't want to get him in trouble, but was told the Raiders are targeting Lauren Landau, Notre Dame's strength coach. Just wanted to get that on your radar. So an interesting name to keep an eye on.
Pardon me, guys. I'm going to go drop a deuce right now.
A podcast. Drop a pod. So, hey, again, I love Deuce too, but maybe the Raiders are ready to kind of, rinse themselves, wash themselves of the Gruden name. I don't know. We'll see. And Deuce has been good. But again, it looks like they may be looking outside of Henderson for he said Deuce has a 10-year contract too. Yo. Salute the Demon King, my dog, man. Appreciate you, my brother. As always, man. He's just laughing. I know, bro, right? With Notre Dame, it's been a rough year, man. We don't get included in the playoffs. We're losing some coaches. And yeah, man, kind of sucks. But it is what it is. But you know what? Going from the Notre Dame to the Raiders, I love it. And we'll see. Dylan was retained too, our running backs coach. I know we had an interview with Kansas City, but we'll see if he sticks around. But just some interesting information. Do with that as you may, you guys. But yeah, what do you expect today from this presser, man? Like what is your?
I don't know. And the thing is, we can't sit here like I thought about this over the last couple of days, and I know that the media is not going to ask this question, nor will Klint really be able to answer the question right now in terms of who are you bringing on the staff with you.
Yeah.
I gave a list of names last week. I know you just talked about Jim Schwartz and
real quick too, Deuce's strength and conditioning assistant. So he's
not even the guy. He's an assistant.
Yeah, so he may stick around. So for some reason, I always thought he was just the strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah.
It's been around for so long. But yes, he's actually, this is coming from Raiders.com. He's the strength and conditioning assistant. So he may stick around. He may stick around. Good.
Just thinking about Schwartz, like this is a guy that we talked about last week. We did a show where we went through a list of coordinators and coaches that could definitely fit and have a very great relationship with Klint Kubiak. And Jim Schwartz was like my top guy for defensive coordinator. Now, he did resign with the Browns. My opinion, rightfully so. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't have considered him as the head coach for the Cleveland Browns. But
he did. He was actually
like why they didn't make him the head coach. It was like, we're giving it. And he's like, all right, fuck you guys too. I don't want to be here now. But
you know why they did that though? It's because they have these young quarterbacks. They have Watson coming back from an injury. They wanted to go offensive side of the ball, and they thought that Monken can come in and turn that thing around with those young quarterbacks. Somebody has to be able to get those quarterbacks going, and Schwartz wasn't going to be the guy to do it.
Yeah, like I love his defensive mindset. Again, this is when it comes to the D line, you're looking at a wide 9. If Maxx is here, you see what fucking Myles Garrett does in Cleveland under Schwartz. Imagine Schwartz being here and having Maxx. Maybe Maxx will fucking exceed fucking Myles Garrett's record, or even get close to it.
That's tough. Myles Garrett is just a different animal.
Who's
Myles Garrett, and then there's everybody else.
Who's the other one that I talked about? Janoko.
Yeah,
could see him as the OC. I've talked about maybe even bringing his brother Clay in. You never know. Like I know that
Clay is remaining with the Niners. He's the
Clay
OC.
is staying. Yeah, all right, so this was a week ago. So
when he took his name out of the hat, he committed back to the Niners. And Shanahan already said he's not allowing him to take any lateral moves.
I like Janoko. I like what's the other one? Dirty. Yeah, I think those are some names right now that we definitely need to keep an eye out on. And if they are part of this coaching staff,
I think it's Dird, right? Is it Dird?
I don't know. Dirty. I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of them shits.
Yeah. I'm normally the wordsmith, and I'm good with naming for the most part, except for certain last names. But those are some names you really want to keep an eye out on right now. And I'm thrilled. I'm excited. Like, look, we knew that he agreed last week. It was a matter of let's get through the Super Bowl. And you heard it right after the game. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it. Yeah, I'm going to Las Vegas. Like, fuck. Why? Fucking why?
Real quick, salute to Sleepy Man gifting 5 Raider Nation Unlimited. News Today memberships, also becoming a member. over on Hammers channel.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
We appreciate you, brother. Salute to all the new members over there at Raider Nation News today, man. Appreciate you, Sleep. Sleep has been bringing it all show long, man. Salute to you. I think Cool brings Benton and Dirk.
And Benton, I've been talking about for like 2 weeks already. He's been following Coobs for like the last 2 years. So I am 1,000% in on that. You see what Seattle's offensive line did, and the rankings in terms of that offensive production throughout the year as well. Like, again, it is a fucking great day to be alive in Raider Nation, most definitely.
Man. Salute to LV, man. Stoutland for thick frames. Let me say this. I don't know if he's even going to coach this year. I really don't. He's one of, if not the best O-line coach in the NFL. I don't know if, I don't think there's a connection at all, LV, between him. And I haven't done my homework on it with him and Kubiak. I just think that Benton's going to be the guy. I think that they're going to build that thing up. They've been building it up for the last few years. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't see any change from that. I honestly, what I believe they're going to do is bring him over, have him be the O-line coach, and give him, he could be potentially the OC. They can give him a higher, and have him run the O-line, or maybe an assistant head coach like they did with Leslie Frazier out there in Seattle, something like that, to bring him over to Vegas. But I think Benton follows his guy. I really do. I think Benton follows his guy. I think he will be the dude. Papa T, did they let Schwartz walk? The thing is, he resigned.
He resigned, bro. He sent a letter to them, more or less. Yeah, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool, and fuck you, I'm out.
Let me turn this. Oh, it starts in 8 minutes.
So they pushed it because it was supposed to be 2 p.m. Eastern.
Well, it was meant to be to start this show early then. So
well, I'm glad that I'm here, bro.
Minutes. Yes, 8 minutes, and the press conference will start, you guys. And the shield will be turning probably for a little while. So we know how this thing goes. Demon King, my brother, man, gifting 5 Raider Nation News today memberships. My brother, salute to my guys. Salute to the 10 new members over there at Hammers channel. You guys are very much so, very well appreciated. If you guys want to become members, again, hit the links. They're pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on. Darren Caps, NFL Network was saying Jake Peets and Andrew Janako could be names from Seattle to watch. Facts. I think that Peets is going to take the OC job in Seattle. Honestly, yeah. I think they're going to keep him. Honestly, I think it's going to be Janako and it'll be Benton coming over. Personally, that's the guys I think that may come over. But I could be wrong. But I think they're going to try and keep Peets out there in Seattle. So let me see. He said if Darnay Holmes has a job on this team next year, it's a wrap. Yo, that's hilarious, bro. He said you started early, so they pushed theirs up. Talk that shit, Funk. Talk. Mark, I have no idea. I'm not going to sit here and try to sell you a false, I don't know. I'll say this. Maxx is always in the building. He told you the other day, right? Everybody wants to go off of what Maxx is saying. Maxx is always in the building. There shouldn't be any difference, right? It's 11 o'clock. It's prime real estate for him. He's in there from 6 to 2 every day. So I don't know why he wouldn't be in there. Yeah, I would expect him to, if anything, be probably in the back, hanging out like he did, with Pete.
That's the one thing I'm hoping for right now, because I feel that that'll kind of calm some people down with all this bullshit that's been spewed out over the last week.
Yeah, I don't think it's bullshit, but I hear you. Well, let me say this. I think a lot of it is bullshit, but not all of it is bullshit.
Right.
That report about telling Tom he'd retire before he played with the Raiders again, ultra cap. I'm not buying that at all. Like, come on, man.
I saw that shit last night, and I just started laughing to myself. I'm like, fuck it, like,
yeah,
what fucking idiot decided to throw this out here?
Yeah, a guy that literally was let go from his last job, allegedly, for reckless reporting. So, yeah, take that as you.
I can't make this shit up.
Yeah. So, oh yeah, bro. Indiana, we got to link up. Definitely. We got 8 minutes here, you guys, before the press conference starts. So stay tuned. Again, salute to everybody here in the building. As always, we will be live streaming it as we always do. So stay tuned, man. Klint Kubiak he's on the clock right now. It's going to be an exciting time in Raider Nation, man. I'm pumped for this. I'm hyped. Ron Justice says, Beast mode with the Raiders chant incoming. Nah, not this time, Justice. It was Pete Carroll. Like, oh, you never know, right? I mean, coming over from Seattle, the back-to-back Seahawk head coach. Maybe we shall see. Gen X, Kansas in the house, and another place where Klint Kubiak coached.
Who's going to Pittsburgh, y'all? I'm just curious.
I found me a flight yesterday, and I'm looking at rooms and Airbnbs.
Wait, you found a flight to Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm. I looked at
taking a road trip with us.
Well, Wasted was talking about if he goes, he's flying.
Oh, now he's flying. You motherfucker. All
right,
I'll fly.
The flights are cheaper to go to Newark, but we're going to drive what, 6 hours?
Yeah, I'll fly. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, bro. We'll just meet all up out there, go get an Airbnb and kick it. Why not?
All in, baby. All in.
Under 5 minutes, you guys. Again, under 5 minutes. We'll put this on the screen now. Salute to Vicky as well, becoming a member. We appreciate you, fam. If you guys want to become members, again, you guys hit the link. It's pinned up top. It definitely helps us keep the lights on. I'm going to make this a little, hold on real quick, Hammer. This shit is crazy.
I'm getting dizzy.
All right, that's cool. We'll keep it like that. So to Vicky, appreciate you, fam.
Thank you, Vicky. Appreciate you.
All right. Let me ask you this, because I know you haven't been that active because you've been working like crazy. I'm starting to warm up now to Alec Pierce. If Indianapolis allows him to move, if they really let him move, I think that he could be phenomenal in this system with Kubiak. I think that he could be like Mendoza's, like Charlie Becker. What do you think about Alec Pierce? Would you pay him $20 million to come in to be the wide receiver one, coming off of a career year?
20? Yes.
Let me see. I'm going to look up.
We didn't pay Jacoby. We traded Jacoby.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He fits the timeline.
Sign me up for Alec Pierce on a 3-year deal.
Market value ranging from 4 years and $80 million to $92 million. So anywhere between $20 and $23 million.
Yeah, why not?
Annually. So projected contract, 4 years, $80 million, 20.2 average, according to Spot Track. Potential high-end deal, a 4-year, $92 million deal proposed with $23 million annually.
Yeah,
coming off 25 years old, still young. It's not a Jacoby situation. We got a guy that's going to come in and be the guy that's going to grow with Brock and company.
Yeah, why the fuck not? Why not? Like, look, I know. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, big bro. Graphk is all for George Pickens.
I am all pro. Oh well, no, you better say all pro when you mention George Pickens.
All right, all pro George Pickens.
There you go, all pro wide receiver George Pickens.
But, and I've talked about this for probably months at this point, he's going to get franchise tagged by Dallas. He's going to be making $28 million a year. Only way that's going to work now, if the Raiders do decide to trade for him, that they got to fucking pay him on the spot. Are you willing to pay him in excess of $35+ million a year?
Yeah, appears to be a lot cheaper.
Yeah,
they're both young. They're both really young.
Yeah.
So, again, look, man, I would love to have either one of them. I mean, if you can go get your wide receiver one in free agency, you don't have to worry about doing anything in the draft. You can go just defense. I would preferably go get your number one in free agency if possible to bring in with Besh and Brock and those guys. Shaheed, you guys, we love him. He's a Klint Kubiak guy, played in New Orleans, played in Seattle, got a championship. But again, he's not a number one wide receiver. He's not.
No, he's definitely not.
He's an all-pro returner.
He's a gadget guy.
Yeah.
And all, like, respectfully, it's not a knock on the kid at all. He's a gadget guy. Yeah. How do you feel about the offensive line, though? Are you still looking at guys like Braden Smith? Are you looking at
I am.
Linderbaum? Like,
I am.
And I know also new TV deal again. So the salary cap went up again. Mm-hmm. Where does that put us? Because I know we were at like the 110 range.
They still have us. I don't know why they're saying this now. They're still reporting that it's still $90 million.
It should. I'm trying to, like, with the way that they up the salary cap, it should be like probably closer to 120. I think. Okay, that's what I I want to try to understand this as much as I try to understand the business. I don't want to say try, because I do understand the business in a lot of different aspects, but I want them to try to clarify this now and tell us solely exactly where we're at in terms of that cap space, because it's a better idea. And I know down the road, probably in the next few weeks, because we're about a month away from the start of the new league year, we'll sit here and we'll dive into free agents that we would love to have and give the ballpark of what a fair contract is for these guys as well. So we'll see. I guarantee you 10 seconds. They're going to open this up and you're going to have the crew on. We're going to have to shut that off until we have to shut it off at the podium.
Yeah. And let me see.
Yeah, shut this shit off.
All right, we'll watch it from behind the scenes and we'll see. Once they bring up the, Klint Kubiak and Spy Tech to talk, we'll show it. But right now, they'll definitely knock us with this. But I'm opening up. I'm opening up to the opportunity to bring in Alec Pierce. And I love Alec Pierce. I was really high on him coming out of Cincinnati. It's no knock to him at all. But, I don't think Shahid, I would love it. Again, but like you said, he's a gadget guy. Like, he's never had 800 yards receiving in a season. You know what I mean? Like ever. Right. So I don't know if he is the guy. He's never had over 5 touchdowns in an NFL season. So if you're going to go out there and get a guy, go get Alec Pierce. Had over 1,000 this year. Didn't he lead the league in yards per reception, I believe? I mean, the kid is special. I just don't know if he's going to, if Indianapolis is going to allow him to.
El Chino, it's funny that you mentioned that, and shout out to my guy Joe. He brought up a thought of Dobbs being in Vegas as well. How do you feel about that?
I like Romeo Doubs. Watched him since Nevada, right? He's just not, he doesn't move the needle to me.
Okay.
He'd be another guy in the building to me. That's just how I feel. Could he be something? I mean, bro, they were waiting in Green Bay for one of those guys to become the guy. What has been the knock out there? Like, Matthew Golden didn't have a touchdown all season long until I think the playoffs, where he had one finally, I believe.
No.
But they've been waiting for one of those guys. He's still young. He's only 25 years old. But again, he hasn't been the guy that they thought he was going to be. You know what I mean? He'd be interesting. I mean, 700 plus yards this past season, 6 touchdowns. But again, it's just, if you move on from Jacoby and you don't pay him, coming off of 1,000-yard receiving year the year prior, I know the age gap, and I know that we wanted to send him. He wanted out. And we sent him to a contender, which is great. But again, I don't know if Romeo does really moves the needle for me personally. If you're going to pay somebody, go out and just get the guy. Go get the guy. Go get Pierce. Go get George Pickens. One of those guys. You guys got to chill with the Ayuk talk. Please chill with the Ayuk talk. BA is not.
That shit ain't happening. Fuck out of here.
That man looked like he lost his mind, bro. Like Juwan Jennings either. Like, if you're going to bring in Jennings, you might as well just kept, just kept our guy. Just kept our guy. So, I want to put this out there too, man. Speaking of Jacoby, Dante is about to go work out with him this offseason. So it's kind of dope. They're going to kick it. And Troy Franklin, Denver Broncos wide receiver, former Oregon product, they're all going to work out together this offseason, which is really, really dope. So salute to Dante, and Hammer just froze up like a stripper. Hammer. Dog, you froze up, bro. Oh, there you go. You're good now. Oh, nope, you froze up again. There you go. You're good. Can you hear me? Okay, I don't know what the hell is going on with Hammer right now. That shit is wild. Salute to Gen X, my guy, gifting 10 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, man, salute to you. Hammer, we good?
Remove me.
Are you good? Okay. All right. Salute to my guy. Salute to all the new members in the building because of my guy, Gen X. Again, if you want to become members, you guys hit the link. It's pinned up top. Salute to Gen X, my dog. Salute to Mando. Do you see Tucker getting 1,000 yards under Kubiak? I don't. I think this is going to be a situation where they're going to spread the football around. I have Tucker with, if he can stay healthy, somewhere in that 600, 700 yard range. I think Brock is going to be the focal point in the passing game. I think Besh is going to have a big year. I got Besh with 800 yards this upcoming. Can you hear me now, bro? We good?
Yo.
Okay. Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're good. We're good. I got Trey, if healthy, 600, 700-yard range. I have Besh with about an 800 piece. And then Brock is going to be the focal point in the passing game. And we'll see what we can do with unlocking Dante's game and whoever else comes in. I'm just going off what we have right now. What we have right now in the building. So to Richard, man, good to see you, my brother. He said Hammer sounded like the homie you may have to leave outside after the club. Yo,
y'all should have been around for that wild card game.
Yo, like, you good? Yeah, I'm good.
No, you know why? Like, on my end, like, it looked like you were freezing up, and then it was like the audio sounded really, really robotic, and I'm like, yo, what the hell's going on? I'm just like sitting, I'm waiting, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's hilarious, dog. Salute to Raiders guy, man. Graphk, who is your surprise signing in free agency? Man, I don't really. You know what? We'll go bold here. Hot take. Trey Hendrickson.
I just had that conversation with somebody.
You know how to take Hammer. Only if we keep Maxx.
It'd be crazy. My thing is with Hendrickson is he is terrible as a run stopper.
He said that's not Hammer. That's AI, or he accidentally clipped on his hub tab.
Yeah, I don't need that shit. I'll tell you right now.
Yo, but that's a hot take, you guys. I'm not saying to go out and do it. I know his market value is insanity. I know he's up there in age. But hey man, if you say we're bringing in Jim Schwartz, Max, stick around, and we're gonna go try and pay Trey Hendrickson to be a little bit of salt on that defensive line. I'm here for it. Why not? Why not? We got the money for it.
Give it up for the vanilla wafers on the D line.
Salute to Ridge. He said you guys have 500 less people that are watching Raiders on Instagram, and that's dope, man. We definitely have a dope community, man. Salute to my guy Ridge, man. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, man. That's dope. That's dope. Salute to my guy. We are moments away again, you guys. I can't see behind the scenes anymore. Do you see what's going on?
Yeah, it's showing a player profile of Fernando right now. Give me 1 second. I'll pull it up for you guys.
Okay. All right. Big Red says Calais Campbell's a free agent, man. I think he's going to retire out there in Arizona.
Take it back down.
Okay. Well, all right. Let me see. Bobby says it's time to get back to commitment and excellence. This is facts. Hug, you lost your wrench. Wait, what are you talking about? Hug, where you at?
No, he didn't. His wrench is on. I see his wrench right now.
Oh, he said I'm getting smoked by Gino's burner account. Yo, he's stupid, bro. He's stupid, man. He said, do they have a list of who's a free agent? Yes, AR Bowling. Go online. You can go to Spot Track. You can just type in NFL free agents 2026, and you'll see a ton of players pop up.
He said 120 mil. Bring in Linderbaum, Pickens, Shaheed. Good God.
Oh, bro, that would be insanity to bring.
That would be fucking crazy. That would
be overkill, and I'll be here for all of it. But you're not going to go pay Pickens and Shaheed. Leo Chanel, I don't think that's a surprise. Honestly, I don't think that's a surprise. Chanel is a baller, man. That was one of my favorites.
No, I love. He played for the wrong team, but he was a linebacker that I really, really liked. Yeah. If he would have come here, oh my God,
I would love it. I would love. He said, but
not
there's
again.
More. Is an all-time Graphk crash out. It's funny that came up on my timeline on Twitter today for the first time in forever, and I watched it, man. Me and Hammer were having fun. I don't know what's going on with. Okay, you're good, right? You froze up a little bit, but I think it's just you. I think you're like falling asleep and not knowing it, bro. Like alive, and now you froze up again. Okay,
we're tweaking again.
You good?
Nah, I think it's just tweaking again. I'm about to fucking restart real quick.
Restart and pull back up. So the doctor, top of the top, bros. Do we sign another veteran quarterback to go with Fernando Mendoza? If so, who? Definitely. They're not going to I don't think they're going to run it back with Aiden O'Connell as the backup. Again, we've talked about it, doctor. Kirk Cousins may be available. It sounds like Atlanta's going to cut him here soon to save a ton of money. I hate to say it. We talked about it earlier on in the show. Gino was still on this roster. And, Kubiak initially thought that he was going to coach him when he signed on to be the OC in Seattle. So I don't know if they hold on to him. I think that's a major if. But Kirk Cousins will be interesting. Flacco, maybe. I don't know. He's old as hell. And I'm hearing that Cleveland or Cincinnati would like to keep him around. So I don't know. But Kirk Cousins is definitely an interesting name because of the familiarity with Kubiak's system with their time in Minnesota as his quarterback's coach and OC. Maybe that would work. But he would just have to understand that if you're going to come into Vegas, you're the backup. That's it. Like, you're not coming into a situation where you're the guy. You know what I mean? You're not. You're here to help Fernando Mendoza develop. You know what I mean? So, and again, he's had very, very encouraging words and spoke really, really highly of Fernando Mendoza. But I'm not bringing him in unless he understands the assignment. Like, bro, you're the backup. And at this point, we'll give you a nice little chunk of change to be the backup. And you can, help develop Mendoza in year one. Jamel Dean. Okay. Jamel Dean, the veteran corner. I hear you. Let me see. Mando says Max for a first and a second and Kyle. It's not happening. It's not happening. I think, honestly, man, with Minter in the building, I know that they can use another pass rusher out there in Baltimore, but they're not moving on from Kyle Hamilton, dog. Like, I'm a Notre Dame guy, and I may be semi-biased, but with him, he's a unicorn, bro. Like, you don't trade those kind of players. That kind of guy needs to retire a Baltimore Raven and stay with one team for the rest of his life. I don't see them moving on from a young Kyle Hamilton that plays all over the place, an all-pro talent for a 28-year-old edge rusher coming off of surgery. I don't see it happening. But I would love Kyle Hamilton. That would be absolute insanity. That is one of my favorite players in this league. Let me see. Gotham. We don't have one. Adam Butler. He's still under contract. We don't have any. We wouldn't have any leader on the defensive side of the ball if Max leaves. Honestly, who? It probably would be Adam Butler. Scary to think. Salute the Rube, my dog. And again, you guys, the presser should be starting here very soon. Appreciate everybody sticking around and hanging out with us. Wasted needs to bring back the thick frame title this draft cycle. We desperately need a nose tackle. This is facts. What free agents does Cleveland have upcoming? I know they're a young team, so probably not a lot. Let me look this up. Cleveland Browns free agents. I know they have a few offensive linemen that are going to be available. Let me see. So Wyatt Teller, Joe Batoino, I always butcher his last name, but some offensive line. David Njoku, which he already put it out there yesterday. He will be leaving Cleveland. They just brought in Fandon. He's the guy at the tight end spot. Cam Robinson, he'll be gone. Ethan Poach. This is a lot of offensive linemen. Shelby Harris, but he'll be 35 years old next season. Devin Bush is an interesting one. And I believe his market value is like $8 million per. So Devin Bush can be a guy that you can bring in free agency if you bring in Jim Schwartz, who can help the second level of that defense. Who else? Jerome Baker. He'll be 30, though. Rashawn Jenkins, safety. Martin Emerson, corner. Cam Thomas, the edge rusher. Sam Kamara, defensive lineman. Not really too many. Most of these guys, the Raider great Sam Webb, Winston Reed, Anthony Kendall, Muhammad. Yeah, no. None of these guys. Is not enough talent over there, Rube. Especially on the defensive line. Shelby Harris, again, he's up there in age. It wouldn't make any sense to bring him in. So got to hit that draft, man. Got to get right. But you know what? Let me. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look up some free agent nose tackles real quick. Hold on. Let me see who's available. Free agent. While I do this, nose tackles 2026. Okay. John Franklin Myers is available out there with Denver. Solid, versatile option. Sheldon Rankings, capable interior disruptor. This is coming off of Google. David Amimata, Falcons, experienced veteran. Let me see. Let me go to defensive tackles real quick. Boom. Let me see. Why is this shit? Okay. Interior defensive lineman. Let me see. DJ Reader, Daquan Jones. Not a lot of people out there, man. Sebastian Joseph, Cameron Jordan. You know, he's with New Orleans. He'll be 37 years old next year, which is crazy. Calais Campbell, he'll be 40 years old next year. Sheldon Rankings, Shelby Harris, Andrew Billings, former Raider great. I loved Andrew Billings. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I loved him in the silver and black. And when we went to Chicago, he looked good. Okay, Max is at the presser. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Yo. Okay, not ready yet. Max is in the building. Let's get it. Yo, can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. So we're getting some information here that Maxx Crosby is in the building.
Good.
So let's see what happens today. Let me see. I'm trying to find this. Let me see. I'm trying to see where'd you guys see that? Is it Q that put it up there?
No, I didn't, Dan. I don't know what the hell is going on. Like, I even fucking unplugged the router and fucking plugged that shit back in. Like, it is what it is. I'm back. I'm here. We're living color.
Let me see. Where'd you guys see this at? I'm looking at Q's post right now. I'm not seeing anything with Max. Let me see Vinny B. Let me see what Vinny has to say real quick. Max is in the building.
Anthony Weaver is the new defensive coordinator for the Ravens.
Yeah, we know that's mentor side of things. You know what time it is. Hold on real quick. All right, let me post this up real quick. Max is in the building. For those who are wondering, Max is in the building. Okay, boop. Let me put out a tweet real quick. I'll be right back, Hammer. Hold down the chat real fast.
Yep. Don't bust that nut. We'll be right back. All right. So right now they are showing the media room in Henderson right now. So we are moments away from the start of this press conference. Right now, they're still doing their little, I guess, their pre-presser show. So appreciate everybody that's in here. Whoever's channel you're on right now, do me a favor if you haven't already. Wipe them feet on Graph's side of things. Break them thumbs on my side of things. Hit the subscribe button to both channels. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all. Yo, Bodega, you're too much, bro. Let's go. Don't start with that. Spivey, what's good, bro? AKA Perk Angle in the building. What's good? Salute to Ruben Russ on $5 holla. The Eagles have any notable free agents? Schwartz had a good run with them from 2016 to 2021. Could be some of his guys hitting the market. I would actually have to look at Spot Track and see who they have. I'm not quite sure. And I know a lot of people talked about AJ Brown at the start of this offseason. I don't see that happening in any way, shape, or form. I know Graphk has said hell no to that as well. Again, we talked about Alec Pierce a little while ago. I wouldn't mind bringing him in on that deal, especially if they're truly going by his market value. Definitely. Congrats, bro. Congrats. Dick Frame, hold on one sec. I'll find it and I got you. Give me 1 second. Oh,
Yo, yo.
there he is.
What you looking for?
Dick Frame said he has sent Super. I'm trying to find it. Definitely don't see it. Oh, here we go. Maxx and a third to the Rams for 2 firsts and second, and Byron Young. It's not happening. That's not happening.
What was it?
Maxx a third to the Rams for 2 firsts and a second, and Byron Young.
I believe Mo put this out there on Bleacher Report. Byron Young, man, I think he had 12 and a half sacks this last season. Pro Bowler, still young. I mean, bro, like if for 2 firsts.
He's still on the rookie deal, isn't he?
I think his new deal is up. I think he's up for a new deal.
Shit.
I could be wrong. Let me see. I think is he 27 years old? No, he's not on a rookie deal then. Can't be. Oh no, he did come in. He came in the league at 23, 24 years old.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Year 4 for him.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up that 5th-year option. No, not doing that.
They can't pick up. They didn't take him early.
Well, they did.
No. They got him.
I think Byron was a fucking.
They got him in the 3rd round. Remember the whole mishaps between both.
That's right. That's right.
The 3rd round guy.
Shit.
But he's up there in age. He'll be 28. You know what I mean? This year, and he's coming off of a rookie deal. But I mean, hey, he's balling. I mean, shit. Hey, if you can get 2 firsts, and Byron Young.
He said, "Is that the guy we took the wrong guy in the draft?"
Yep.
We took Brian when we were supposed to take Byron.
Nasty work, man. We were at Barcode during that debacle.
I remember we all looked at each other like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Absolutely hilarious, bro. He said, we did. They turned in the wrong player card.
Salute to the 1,500 in the chat. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all pulling on up.
Yes. And it will start in 8 minutes here, you guys. 8 minutes. Right now, they're just kind of.
Is that his kids in the background?
Probably. I wouldn't be shocked.
So they're probably starting to walk in there momentarily for the start of this presser.
Yeah. So we'll see. Again, we can't show what's going on behind the scenes right now, you guys. We don't want to get demonetized. But stay tuned. Nothing with him, dude. In the chat is on a Dunzy's nuts for some reason. Oh, hey man, look, if you're gonna send him to Chicago, if Maxx is demanding that trade and wants to leave, and you send him to Chicago, I'd rather give me a Dunzy, one of those young guys. I'm not taking DJ Moore. I'm not taking that contract off their hands, and he'll be 29 years old, I believe. I'm not doing it. During
this little thing that they're doing right now, I'm calling it the introductory show.
Mm-hmm.
They were talking about our running back room. You know what our depth chart looks like for our running backs right now?
Yeah, it's Genty and Dylan and Zeus. Well, Zeus is a free agent. So
yeah, it's just Genty and Dylan.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to go bring in. We're gonna draft one late. I think we're gonna draft one late this year. But we could bring in a veteran as well. We're gonna have to bring in a veteran. Honestly, I mean, shit. Mostert's a free agent. Let me see. Free agent running backs, and I'm not talking about the big name guys. You got. We're not bringing in ETN or any of those type of guys. Kenneth Walker is a free agent. Nick Chubb, veteran. He's available. Najee Harris is available. Rashad White is available. Javonte Williams, who looked really good with the Cowboys. From what I'm hearing, they want to bring him back, which makes total sense. Breece Hall, you're not bringing him in. Tyler Algier, that'd be a great 1-2 punch. Him and
Tyler Algier, I swear to God, is a guy that name has been thrown out for like the last 4 or 5 years, bro.
Bro, I would love it. And then J.K. Dobbins is hurt way too damn much. But Rico wants to be a number 1. That's not going to happen with the Raiders. So I don't know, man. We'll see. There's a ton of names available, though, you guys. We bring in a veteran and go get you one late. Trap guy says Chandler Jones is in the building.
God help us all.
Yo, why don't my membership gifting tab pop up? I don't know, DB. I don't know, my brother. I'm sorry. I really, truly don't know. A lot of people have been donating today, so I don't know what's going on your end, bro. But I appreciate you. Salute to my guy DB. Let me see. Algier is a starting quality bet for sure. Just not going to start over the likes of a Bijan Robinson or a Ashton Genty, but he can be a nice 1-2 punch.
I'm definitely looking, like I said, if they really are going to be high on trying to have that two-headed monster in Vegas, it's going to be a workload where Genty is carrying like 70-30, 60-40.
Yeah.
So whoever it is that they do bring in, they better know what their role is going to be.
Definitely. Few seconds away here, you guys. Once again, I see Gutierrez is in there right now, chopping it up.
Yep.
Inside the press room. So we should have any second, you guys. He will be coming up in the next 3 to 5 minutes to do our introductory presser here with Klint Kubiak, who flew in pretty much right after his Seattle Seahawks won a championship, which is phenomenal. He really, truly wanted to be here. Spivey gifting 5 OLV Raiders Network memberships. My brother, man, salute to you as always. My guy, the Kevin Nash of Mount Shillmore over here. Appreciate you, my brother. On Hammer's channel. I am on Hammer's channel, not on the old. I don't know, bro. People have been donating Hammer's memberships as well. Trap, man. Hey, go get Rube's guy, man. Go bring in George Halani.
Oh, Jesus.
Bro, the Boise State duo, bro. The Boise State duo, bro. Let's do it. And they're close. They're close. I'm not against that. Let's do it. He was the third option out there for Seattle, and then he got kind of forced into that secondary role when Charbonnet went down with the injury. Ayo talking shit about Halani, man. Rube, where you at, bro? Fight back, King. Fight back. Salute to my brother.com in the building. Yo, what up with my brother? It's been a minute, Hammer. I'm excited for this new regime and direction we're going in. Love to have 98, but life is life. Plus vibes, no negativity.
There you go. Talk that shit. Appreciate you, bro. Definitely been a minute. I hope all is well.
Yeah, man. Always good to see my brother.com in the building. Also, Max is in the building here, you guys. Vinny B put it out there on Twitter that Max is there. Again, he's always in the facilities, right? So it's not a shocker that he's there. Hopefully they have a sit down after this presser. They can get everybody, level-headed in a room and have a conversation here.
Yep.
And figure this out.
Fuck that. Go to Eight's Lounge, have a cigar, talk it out.
There you go. Again, man, I think the only problem here is getting him and Spytek on the same page because of the way, they pulled the plug on him at the end of the season. It's clearly a Spytek Max disconnect.
Yes. So. And look, I did a Instagram live over the weekend. I think I was driving home and I talked about that. And I said, ultimately, like Spytek was one that truly made that decision. And I'm not going to be mad at him. Yeah. You're protecting your investment. You just gave him a 3-year extension. Like, you're protecting your investment for the future. You're sitting here with the number 1 overall pick.
Investment.
You're sitting here.
Yeah.
You're sitting here. You were in the process of getting Klint Kubiak. Like, he was looking at the future. He wasn't looking at the now with 2 games left and where we were. So I understand what he did. Salute to Raider DB on the $20 holler.
Yes.
Good gift, but had to drop my love. I appreciate you. I really do. Thank you so much.
DBZ. Always good to see my brother DB in the building, man. Appreciate you, bro, on the $20 smackaroonie, man. Max said he's in the building every day until 2. Yeah, I was there. We talked about that at the beginning of the show. And again, look, man, I'm just excited that he's in the building. I'm not here to say that everything's fixed because he's there. There's an introductory going on and Max is rehabbing. But maybe today can be towards repairing this relationship so we can keep our superstar edge rusher around.
Do you see the screen? You see the screen?
Yes.
The available.
Yes, George Pickens, baby.
Take him off of that shit. He's getting franchise tagged.
Well, they may franchise him and trade him. Just saying.
But you know how that goes, and that's why I said what I said before. Like, you don't have to pay him right, quick, fast, in a hurry.
And maybe Dallas signs him, and then they just want the 3rd-round pick back.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, whoever's going to bring him in got to pay him $30 million plus. So to abstract, Max has never had a real GM overpower him. Seems a little salty. Could be true, could be false. Abstract. Again, it just seems like whatever happened. And look, man, grown men at the end of the day, figure this shit out. Maxx, loves the Raiders, loves his fan base. He wants to win. If they can sell him on winning, I think that all is well in Raider Nation, in terms of Maxx. Just wants to win ball games. And, and again, just like Hammer said, you got to protect your investment, man. A lot of these other coaches allowing them to play 99% of the snaps and shit when these games don't even matter. It's like, what are you doing, man? Get your investment out of the game. He's already dealing with injuries as is. Like, why he shouldn't even be out there anyway. I hate that Pete played Brock through the knee injury. Yep. Like that shit was just like so crazy to me, bro. Like you have him out there in a knee brace. It clearly affected his game. Like I don't get it. I don't understand it. And I love that Spytek said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the reins back. I'm gonna sit Brock ass down and put him on the IR. I'm gonna put Maxx on the IR. We're gonna do whatever it takes to get it done. And Robert, I wouldn't be shocked. I look, bro, the money that you're seeing Myles Garrett got Micah. Oh, here we go. Turn the sound on, bro.
First, a 9-time Pro Bowl selection, Super Bowl 18 champion, and Pro Football Hall of Famer Mike Haynes.
Haynes, my God, was kicking with him out of Raiders Niners game.
2-time All-Pro, 4-time Pro Bowl selection, and the 2002 NFL Most Valuable Player, Rich Gannon.
Richie.
Next, an 8-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl 18 champion, and Pro Football Hall of Famer, Howie Long.
Howie!
Let's go.
The GOAT.
Next, a 9-time Pro Bowler, NFL Rookie of the Year, and Defensive Player of the Year, and a Pro Football Hall of Famer, Charles Woodson.
Let's go, C. Wood.
My GOAT.
Next, an NFL Rookie of the Year and Most Valuable Player, the Most Valuable Player of Super Bowl 18, the Raiders' all-time leading rusher, and a Pro Football Hall of Famer, Marcus Allen.
Let's go. Love to see Marcus in the building.
And next, an NFL Comeback Player of the Year, a 2-time Super Bowl champion, and the Most Valuable Player of Super Bowl 15, Jim Plunkett.
Wow.
Got to hang out with him a little bit.
Now I'd like to introduce Raiders General Manager John Spytek.
Let's go, Spy. Look at Rude, man. You are an absolute maniac, bro. I'll read this after this, brother. Look at Spy, man. Blacked out. Let's go, Spy.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming on a special day for this organization. I want to thank all the great Raiders sitting
all the GOATs
right now. It's an honor to share this stage with them, and we really appreciate. I know Mark really appreciates it. It really means a lot to him that they made the effort to come here today, and I think this is a unique. It needs to be acknowledged. This is a uniquely Raider thing. I mean, this is what makes this place special. So I appreciate all you guys for taking the time out of your busy schedules to come up here.
Love this, man.
I want to thank Mark Davis for entrusting me to lead this process to find our next head coach here with the support of Egon, Mike, Tom Brady. I'm really proud of the process that we put in place. We set out to take our time, to be deliberate, to be meticulous, to find the right leader for this organization going forward. We have a uniquely challenging offseason with the first overall pick and new leadership at the head coach, but that's why it was so important to us to find the right man to lead this organization forward. And we interviewed 22, we had 22 interviews, 15 different really quality people that we talked to. They were awesome to talk to. We learned a ton, bunch of great humans, a bunch of great coaches. But ultimately that led us to Coach Klint Kubiak to be the next leader. We had to be patient. We had to let him go win a Super Bowl, which we were more than willing to do. So we're super proud of him for accomplishing that. And, you know, he stood out with his leadership, with his humility, with his work ethic, with his intelligence. We called many people around the league and got glowing reviews on him too. So it made it a difficult but easy decision for us. And I'm really proud to welcome him to Raider Nation as a partner. There's got a lot of great things ahead. He can't wait to get to work. We have told him that he is going to go celebrate his Super Bowl tomorrow. So he's going to take a one-day hiatus here and go be in a parade, but he'll be back ready to work Thursday. So with that, I want to thank again the ownership group for entrusting me with this, and I want to welcome Klint Kubiak as our next head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders.
Let's go, Kubiak! Look like my brother Ant. All the goats, bro. They all the stops today, bro.
Fuck yeah.
This is cold. This is some movie shit.
Morning, everybody. Really excited to be here. Just want to first off and just want to thank God for the opportunity to sit in front of you guys today. You know, God had a plan for this day that I could never have seen, and I'm just grateful. I want to thank the ownership group. I want to thank Mark. Okay, I want to thank Tom, Egon, Michael. I'm just so grateful for you guys giving me a chance to get to know me better and to give me a chance to come be a part of leading this franchise. I'd like to thank all the players that are here, current and former. It means a lot to me to be surrounded by these great Raiders. And I know that Mr. Davis takes care of his own better than anybody in the league. So, that's evident. That's the reputation that this building has. And that's something that I want to definitely continue to do, is to welcome the old Raiders and, to make sure that our players feel supported by them. I want to make sure that I thank my family. Where are you guys at? All right. Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
My wife, Tessa, Sawyer, Lane, Case, William, just very grateful for your support.
Wonder if Brady's there.
We've moved a lot, guys, and it means the world to me that you guys have supported me and have stuck with me, and we've gotten a lot closer through all these trials and tribulations. But like I said first, I think there was a master plan behind all this that none of us could have known. So thank you guys for being here. I want to thank my mom and dad. I want to thank Tessa's mom and dad, Kathy Nelson, and her late father, Bill, who I know is watching up in heaven today, and Tessa's brother, Drew, and all their support. I want to thank John Spytek for giving me this opportunity. I know there's a lot of candidates out there, and I know they went through and did their homework, and just spending time with John, I know how important it is for us to have a really great relationship, and just getting to know him a little bit better. I'm really excited about how we're going to communicate and how we're going to lead this building together. I want to thank the interview panel, Mark Thews and Brian Stark, amongst many others. Thank you for your professionalism and for your hard questions that you gave me. I want to make sure that I thank the Seattle Seahawks, John Snyder and Mike McDonald, all the players and coaches there. This day doesn't happen without me getting a chance to be a part of that culture and all the things I learned from those men. I want to give a special shout out to Ken Walker, the MVP of the Super Bowl, who I didn't see after the game. So K9, if you're watching, man, way to go. Proud of you.
Bring
brother.
him in.
Really proud of you and all your teammates.
That might have been a celebrate right
tomorrow
there
for the parade, and then hurry back here and get to work. But guys, I got all these notes prepared, and I've never been really good at that. The main thing is this is no ordinary job. This is the silver and black. This is the Raiders. This is a historic franchise. So, when the opportunity came up to stay in Seattle and continue there, or to have a chance to come here and compete with this organization, it was a no-brainer.
Fuck.
I grew up obviously watching a lot of Broncos football. All right, we're going against the Raiders twice a year, and the grit of this franchise sticks out. When you hear the autumn wind as a Raider, I can hear that in my mind growing up. Watching NFL films and seeing these guys next to me play. Seeing Howie Long and Jim Plunkett. It's pretty powerful to be sitting up here with you guys. And I just want you to know that. Those values that you guys played with, that's what we're going to play with. It's really important to me that, it's really important to me that we're a gritty team, that the way that they were back in the old days. And how do we do that? Well, it's our silent tape. It's nothing that we say, it's what we do on the field. And it's what the silent tape speaks about our team, how physical we are, our effort, all the little things that win that have nothing to do with scheme. So really excited to get to work with you players, and excited to go turn your tape on, see what you guys are about right now, and then go see how we can get better together. But To be
Hey,
a
just
to
give
be
me
a
that
head
water.
coach in the
Cool.
NFL, it is a real blessing. But to be the head coach of the Raiders, it's something that I'm very excited for. Um, when you say commitment to excellence, okay, and you look at the walls around here, you look at the players on this wall, and there's a history of Hall of Fame players here. There's a history of Super Bowls, and that's what the ultimate goal is. But you have to be about the work if you want to get there. And I guarantee you that myself and our staff, we're going to be about the work, and we're going to be very collaborative with the personnel staff, the coaching staff. We're going to work together so that we're a connected group, because connected teams win.
Talk.
There's plenty other things to say, guys, but this is not a day to go out and cash checks. This is a day to say hello and get to know everybody. I get to know that these, the players that are here for me to get to know everybody. Because guys,
So Max,
I just got done coaching about 2 days ago, so I got a lot to catch up on. But I'm really thankful for John for letting me come in here and have this opportunity. And I just, I can't tell you guys enough how excited I am and how grateful I am and how blessed I feel to be sitting in this room. So, let's get the questions going.
All right. Now I'll open it up for questions. We have microphones in either aisle, so please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation with your question. We'll start with Ryan over here.
so Ryan.
Ryan McFadden from ESPN. This question is for Klint. Just could you put in perspective what the past 24 hours or so has been like? That you go from, winning the Super Bowl to now you're here being introduced as the head coach of the Raiders. What has these past 24 hours been like for you?
Oh, it's been a lot of fun. It's been great. The Super Bowl itself, was a 2-week grind to get ready for that game and just pour your heart and soul into that game plan to see our players go out and have that success. And that's why you do it. That's why you coach. That's why you play. That's to go win a world championship. So that was a complete blessing. And to get on the airplane and come meet everybody in this short period of time, it's exciting. But all these things, all these smiles, and eventually that kind of wears away, and then you got to go get to work. And that's what I'm excited about doing, is going to watch some tape and get to know these players better and put together a great coaching staff.
Talk that talk.
And for John, this was for you, John, just like when studying Klint Kubiak, just what about his scheme and how he runs the offense? Why do you think that fits what you're trying to do moving forward for this organization?
Well, I think Klint said it well. It's less about scheme and more about the person. We were very thoughtful about how we approached this and the kind of coach and man that we were looking for to lead this organization on a day-to-day basis. I mean, he talks to the players every day. The players are our most important part of this organization right now. And, when we got to speak with him the first time on Zoom, when he was trying to prepare for the 49ers, and then again in Seattle when he was trying to prepare for the Super Bowl, he just was the right person. And the fact that he can score a lot of points is awesome too. But we were more focused on the person, the humility, the work ethic, those traits above scheme.
Talk that talk, Spy.
Hondo Carpenter on this side right here. You didn't have to come here. Seattle wanted you to stay. Other teams wanted you. So what did ownership and John say to you that convinced you were the guy to bring back the excellence these 6 men represent?
Yeah, I think over 2 separate interviews, I just got very comfortable with John and Mr. Davis and the ownership structure. And it's really they didn't have to say much. This is the Raiders. This is one of the most historic franchises in the NFL with a great history that I want to be a part of. I want to be a part of furthering that history. So I think the Raiders really sold itself, but having those 2 different interviews and getting more comfortable with the men in the room went a long way.
Hey, Klint. Obviously, John pointed out that you guys have the first pick overall in the NFL draft. And I know it's still relatively early in that process, but what are your thoughts on Fernando Mendoza and how big did that
There you go, Benny.
This decision for you?
Well, I think just
Fuck the foreplay, Benny.
The resources that the
Straight
Raiders
to the
have,
fuck.
this building, obviously having cap space, having the first pick, those all go into the decision. And as far as who the first pick is going to be. You know, we got a lot of tape to watch before we determine who that's going to be. But you know, I'm excited to get into that process. But yeah, the kind of going back to the last two questions, you know, there's just a lot to love about this organization. You know, look around this building and the resources that we have, you know, our meal room, the weight room, the fields outside, the coaches' offices. I mean, it's as good as it gets in the NFL. You know, been in a lot of buildings for good reasons and bad reasons, you know, been hired and fired. And the resources are here. We just got to go put it all together.
Agreed.
Klint, to your right here. Willie Ramirez with the Sporting Tribune. You spoke about what the Raiders said to you to bring you here, but you'll be the sixth coach since they've arrived in Vegas. You look at the looks on these Raider greats, look on their faces, the demeanor and the meaning of this organization. Why are you the right guy to sustain and stay here being the sixth coach since, again, that they've arrived in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I think, you know, earning the trust of the building is a daily process. All right. So that's something that I've always been about, you know, and I love earning people's trust, you know, and I got to earn these guys' trust. It's not just going to happen me sitting up at a podium. So that's something that's a process. That's a process. That's a great challenge. Yeah. There have been plenty of other coaches, but why not us? Why not this staff? You know, why not this group of players? So if you look at it in the lens of, you know, there's a history of some, you know, guys that are in and out of here pretty quick. I look at it as, you know, what a great challenge, you know, like that's what the NFL is all about, is competing.
That guy.
So I'd love to go compete here and go get it done. You know, it's going to be a process, and but we're gonna be about the work, like I said. So it's a very exciting opportunity.
Clint, Levi Edwards, Raiders.com. A couple of days ago, you made history with you and your father being the first father-son duo to win the Super Bowl as coaches. So now you're the head coach, and obviously he's a Super Bowl winning head coach. What are some values and things that he instilled in you as a coach and as a man that you feel are going to prepare you for this position?
Great question.
Yeah, that's really cool. I don't know. Is that a real stat? Is that a real
Levi's
deal?
the demon boy.
I never heard that one.
Love it.
Yeah. Because 10 years ago, I was at that game watching him win it all. I was coaching at the University of Kansas, and I got to see the smile on his face after the game, give my mom a hug, and give his mom a hug who had recently passed, and you know, just to share that moment with him is something, you know, I know I'll never forget.
Levi,
and then to see him after the game
Edwards
on the same field, and just see the smile on his face was a great memory. And as far as the lessons learned, you know, the thing about my dad is that when I was growing up, he never made it about sports or football. He always talked about everything other than that, you know, about, you know, being a good person, about being respectful. He showed me what it means to be a great husband and a great father. So those are the things that I want to emulate with him. Football will take care of itself, but the family values is what my dad is all about. And him and my mom, that's what I'm grateful for.
Clint, to your right over here. Jesse Merrick with Silver and Black Sports Network. Kind of along that same lines. I know you joined Mike up there in Seattle in his second season, but that was a guy that came into a new role for the first time as the head coach. What are some of the things that you took away from him about what it takes to build a franchise that you think can help you here?
Well, number one is that he's just himself. You know, doesn't try to be like anybody else. Didn't try to be like Jim Harbaugh. You know, he was Mike McDonald, and he was very convicted. And you know, we all could feel that from him, and wanted to you know, follow his lead. I also saw him be so collaborative with the building, and how closely he worked with the general manager and the owner, and just how clear the communication was.
I appreciate you, brother.
We were all on the same page. He had a vision, and he was the same guy from April to February, and that's something that I'll definitely take with me.
Hey, Clint. Paul Gutierrez here from Raiders.com. You got the three Super Bowl trophies of the franchise in front of you. You got Hall of Famers. You've got MVPs. You got Super Bowl MVPs surrounding you. How daunting or how welcoming is it to be in this situation you're in right now with all of these things surrounding you and with that standard set?
Oh, it's not daunting at all. It's a blessing. That's what you want to be. That's what I want our players to want to achieve. I want them to see these guys, be surrounded by these guys, because that's what their goals should be. They win Super Bowls. You know, the MVPs and Hall of Fame, that takes care of itself when the team wins. So that's what we're going to be about, winning.
Clint, in talking to players that you've coached, men of faith and not, you referenced God when you opened, they talked about your faith as part of the bedrock of how you coach and why that they felt you were trustworthy. Could you let us in on that and how your faith impacts you as a coach, please?
Yeah, it's very, very simple. You know, for me is that my identity, I see my identity as a child of God. I know that I'm sitting here right here because of Jesus Christ. And it wasn't always that way. I've had some great mentors that helped me know the Gospels better. And I just, my goal is to
Fernando, man,
to live out the 10 Commandments and the Beatitudes and let those values show through in my coaching. And I fall short of that a lot, but I always go back to my, back to the building blocks, which is to me, the Bible.
love it, man.
Kirk
Love it.
Morrison here, former player, Silver and Black Productions. For you, Clint, you've been around some of the great defensive minds in the NFL, whether it's Mike Zimmer, Dennis Allen,
boy.
obviously Mike McDonald, head coach in Seattle. What do you envision the defensive coordinator looks like for this football team, and how's that process going to play out?
Yeah, I'm in the weeds of it right now, man. So, we're identifying candidates and going to be contacting guys and bringing them in. But I think whoever that coach is, it'll be really important that we establish a style of play, a physical style of play, and that's offense and defense. So I'm just way more worried about how our guys play than opposed to the X's and O's of it all. that's part of our job as coaches, is to scheme guys and help them be put in the best positions. But I want to make sure that we have a DC that is that's coaching effort first and technique, and that a guy that's going to rip into somebody if they're not finishing in practice, because that's what helps you win.
May the Schwartz be with
It's
y'all.
not the X's and O's. They got 17 games of tape on you. It's about how hard your guys play.
Taylor Rocha, KTNV. How do you balance the will to win with the rebuild and player development?
Whether it's a rebuild, whether you're on a returning roster with Super Bowl aspirations, to me, the work doesn't change. Preparation doesn't change. Every team next year is going to start off undefeated at 0-0. So to me, it doesn't change much. Obviously it's what you identify your team needs in the offseason, player acquisition wise. And then once April 15th starts, we're all on the same plane.
Hi, Clint. Heidi Fang, Las Vegas Review Journal. I've seen your work at Christian McCaffrey as well as Alvin Kamara, and I'm wondering what excites you about working with a player like Ashton Genty and helping to build his
Good
future.
question.
Yeah. Where you at, Ashton? What's up, dude?
He's in the building.
Let's go, dude.
Very excited about his skill set and what he brings. I got a lot of tape to catch up on, dude, but I saw you play a lot of snaps at Boise. Very excited about his talent. But the thing I would tell him and all his teammates is that it's not just about one guy. We got to get the line on the same page. We got to get our quarterback to get the right run checks.
There you go.
We got to get our receivers to go block for him. All right, so that we can get get the play action going. But as soon as our players can realize, that it's a team thing, it's not an individual thing, we're going to be successful. I know we have those type of guys in our building right now.
Harry Ruiz with the Spanish radio broadcast for the team. When you look at Brock Bowers, what's the first thing that comes into mind as being an offensive coordinator from the Super Bowl champs and now wanting to use him the best way possible?
Yeah, where's Brock at? Yeah, I saw him earlier. Brock's already put it on tape, from Georgia to his first couple of years here in the league. He can be one of the best receivers in the NFL, not just receiving tight ends. So looking forward to working with him and continue to build on his skill set. Really impressive player.
You've been with your dad on the opposite side in the division. Now, what would you want to say to Raider Nation now that they're all on your side? They're all excited to have you in the building wearing silver and black.
Yeah, I'll just tell the Raider Nation that, hey, like I said earlier, we have to earn
Raider
their trust.
Nation.
We gotta earn those seats in the stands by putting a great product on the field. And words will not do it. It's our actions.
Hi, Coach Alexibel Castro, News 3. I have to go back to your opening statement where you said your journey has taken you exactly where you're meant to be because after being a grad assistant, you worked in the oil industry for a few weeks before you got that call that you never expected. So if you could go back and tell that kid that you were going to be the head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders one day, what do you think you would say?
Yeah, that's what's just so cool about today. You know, there was a path that was set out in front of me that I didn't realize I was heading to. But I knew that, you know, when you're where your feet are every day, you're trying to bloom where planted. You know, you're trying to be the best at your job, and you know, good things tend to happen. So that's kind of been my journey, is just to try to be the best at my job that day. And then, you know, then you get a chance to, you get promoted with more tasks. You know, you get to draw the pass pictures.
my guy go get some water and some
Okay, you
sleep,
did an okay job of that. You get to break down the tape. All right, we'll let you talk to the fourth string quarterback today. All right, you did good enough job there. All right, we'll let you lead a meeting, and you just keep, you know, you just keep trying to do the best where you're at, and let the rest, you know, take care of itself.
You've imagined this role for a few weeks now, but yesterday you stepped in the building for the first time and as head coach. What can you see from the inside that you can't see from the outside? What did you feel?
Yeah, you know, I've been here before. I came here. We practiced against the Niners a few years ago. We saw the you know, the structure here and what this, you know, all the resources that are in this building. So you know, Mr. Davis has set us up to have success there. And now it's about us, you know, going and lifting all those weights and using that field, and using those meeting rooms, because, you know, everybody's got players, everybody's got resources. And now it's about, you know, finding those edges and seeing, you know, how we can bring our team together, be connected to go produce a winner.
Klint again, Willie Ramirez with the Sporting Tribune. Obviously, Mike knew you had a couple of interviews leading up to the Super Bowl, but in these last 48 hours, has there been a conversation, some special moment? And if you wouldn't mind, the words or the sentiments that were shared in terms of his well wishes for you?
Whose well wishes? Who's that?
Mike.
Coach Mike.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, Mike he's been really supportive of, you know, I can't thank him enough for really everything that he just showed me of how to be a head coach. You know, Mike made my life really hard, you know, and I appreciate that. You know, he challenged us every week as a coaching staff. You know, I thought we had a good game, and on Monday, you know, I hated having to look at him in the eye because I knew all the hard questions were coming. But I really appreciate that about him
every day,
because he brought the best out of us. So Mike's been great the entire time, been a great mentor. And just your first question, could you repeat that one?
Just if you don't mind sharing the words or sentiments that he may have shared with you these last 24, 48 hours in terms of if there were any well wishes or they hate to see you go, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact words, but you know, before every game, you know, Mike, you know, gives me a bro hug and said, "Turn it loose." So that's probably what he said.
Coach Alex Eshelman with KTNV over here. Congratulations. I mean, kind of going off of Alex's question about the oil fields company, you mentioned that what brought you back into coaching when you were telling that story was you got a call from a player, and that was kind of the moment that solidified to you that you wanted to become a coach. Along with that, I loved the story about you gifting your players Bibles. Just describe how rewarding it is to you to develop players, and where do you get that passion from?
Yeah. Yeah, you know, the whole oil field story, I probably getting it overblown, because I want my old boss to know, like, I still appreciate the job he let me have. I feel like they're getting raw into the deal here. But, you know, long story short is I was a GA for 3 seasons, and you know, you're trying to make, what's your next move going to be? You got to figure out what you're going to do with your life.
You guys.
And, you know, I was married with Tessa. We didn't have any kids yet. And I just kind of felt like I was letting the family down. I wouldn't make any money. And so I wanted to go try something new. Anyway, I was at that, you know, that job for a few weeks, and just quickly realized how much I missed being a part of a team, you know, and the reason that I love to coach is to see players get better and see them have success. You know, you get to work with the best athletes in the world, and their goals. You know, that's why you do it. You know, to sit on that field a couple of days ago, you know, in Santa Clara, and being around guys that We've been coaching since April, and just to see the joy on their face, that's why you coach, you know. So relationships are really important in any business, but especially in football.
Taylor
you know,
Rogers
kind
in
of
there too.
when you're in the fire with somebody every day and there's so much adversity, those bonds get so much tighter, you know, and everyone up here knows what that's like. And you don't realize that until you're on a team that doesn't win as much. You know, when you're coaching guys and you're, you know, you win 5 games, but on the last game of the year, you know, you're not going to the playoffs, but those guys are fighting their tail off for you, and you're trying to go knock out Tampa Bay out of the playoffs a couple of years ago with the Saints. You know, we didn't get it done, but like that's what it's all about. You know, is trying to help people get better.
Coach Chris Matthews with the CBS affiliate here in town. Just kind of wondering, as a new head coach and the Raiders having the #1 pick in that draft upcoming here, and the speculation is it'll be Fernando Mendoza as a quarterback. Just your thoughts on the #1 pick, the new head coach, the opportunity, Mendoza, just your thoughts on that whole thing and the player that he is. And
yeah,
I guess speculation a little bit.
What an opportunity. Yeah, to get to go study this draft and you know, we'll come to that conclusion here soon enough. There's a lot of work to be done before then, but it's just
Don't go to sleep, Hammer.
It's an opportunity to make the
awake,
roster
bro.
better. You know, not only do you have the first overall pick, but you're picking early in all the other rounds too. So looking forward to, you know, attacking that process with John and our you know, scouting department and the coaches working really closely together.
Coach Alan Snell, lvsportsbiz.com. What are your key factors for instilling some stability at the coaching ranks here in Vegas for a franchise that's gone through, you know, so many coaches here?
Yeah, well, you know, to me, it's what happens, you know, years in advance is something I'm not thinking about right now. We're trying to put together a great staff of teachers, and we got to get some really good teachers here and coaches and get us all on the same page and get our players going in the same direction. That communication is really important. I think if we can put together a great staff here and get our players up to date on these playbooks and the things we expect of them, and then let the results speak for themselves after that. But in the NFL, you have to earn the second game. You know, like this league, if you don't take care of business, then you get chewed up and spit out real quick. And every one of us up here has been through that. So, you know, I'm going to have to earn the right to coach this whole season, to coach the next season. I got to show Mr. Davis that our program is about the right things and we're developing these players. So I don't take for granted how long I'm going to be here. I know that I have to earn it every day.
Clint, Zeke Shrezavant, Sports Illustrated, right here down the middle on SI. I was curious, did you come with the list in terms of building out your coaching staff, a list of offensive coordinators, defensive coordinators, other assistants, and how closely do you plan on working with Mr. Switek in terms of building out your staff?
Sports Illustrated, Graphk and Wasted right there, Hammer.
Yes, definitely have a list of candidates that we're going through right now, and we're going to be working hand in hand on coaches, on the roster, everything. That's part of us being successful is us working together.
We're going to wrap up with Case, Q, and Callie.
Hi, Coach. Case Kiefer, Las Vegas Sun. You thanked a lot of the search committee and talked about John and Mark Davis, but we heard some reports that you were kind of kindred football spirits with another person in that process, Tom Brady. I'm wondering, assuming that's true, what is it about the game that you guys see similarly, and how will you lean on him during the season?
Great question.
Yeah, I'm really excited to work with Tom, and you know, he made the mistake of giving me his cell phone number, so he might wish he never did that, because I'm gonna be calling him a lot. What I'm excited about is that we have different offensive backgrounds, how we're gonna, how we can pull ideas from each other. But obviously he's the greatest that's ever done it. And in the interview process, just the passion that he spoke with on all things football just got me excited about the opportunity to work with him. So, I know, plenty has been said and speculated about, how that relationship's going to go. And that's one of the main draws to come here, is to get to work with him, to get to work with Spy. These are great football minds and if we collaborate the way we're supposed to, then we're going to pull the best out of each other.
Dan, you're an
And
asshole.
you've mentioned
for
you've
that.
already gotten to talk to some players. I was wondering if you've spoken to Maxx Crosby, and is he a guy you could see anchoring your defense here for years to come?
I did. I got to drink a cup of coffee with Max this morning. Love talking ball with him, and look forward to continuing those conversations. He was the first one in here this morning working out, so that fired me up.
Q Myers, Raider Nation Radio 920, expanding on the Maxx Crosby conversation. How important is it for him when you talk about silent film and you're talking about, finishing in practice and all that grit? How important is it for him to be, buy in with you immediately to kind of set the tone in the locker room?
Let's go, Q.
Yeah, we want him to be a part of our success going forward. And there's no doubt about that. And he's one of the best players in the NFL. So that's a no-brainer to get to work with Max and to see him continue to have success with this organization.
Fuck the media, kill that
Kelly
noise.
Finn with the Las Vegas Review-Journal. Just
Now,
wanted to ask
with
if it's safe
Max-
to assume that you'll
Max gotta live up to that.
continue with the play calling and how you manage to balance play calling duties with everything that comes with being a head coach.
Yeah, I do, but I hope you guys know I've never called a game by myself. That's something we do as a coaching staff together. We plan together, we communicate on game day together. Quarterback coach, pass game coordinator, run game coordinator, that is a group effort. So I plan on continuing to collaborate with our coaches and making everybody a part of the game planning process. Whoever sends it into the QB and he says wristband 13, I think anybody can do that, but it's it's us, how we communicate on game day will be really important. What was the second?
I knew y'all was about to hit the chat. Horny as hell.
Just how you can balance that with everything that comes with being a head coach.
Yeah, well, it's yet to be seen. There's gonna be some learning there, but I'm really confident in, the staff that we're gonna put together, and I'm gonna need some tough love from Spy to give me some good feedback on what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Have a really good game management plan, and make sure we have those meetings throughout the week so that things don't surprise us on Sunday.
Question. Mike McDonald, I think, surprised a lot of people when he said a good day is getting home 30 minutes before his son goes to sleep. I'm wondering, your kids are here. How do you approach that work-life balance with your family and now this really big job?
Yeah. Well, I would say that that's an area that I got to get a lot better at. I got to get a lot better at. So, my family is the most important thing in my life, and see them sitting here right now and in Raiders shirts, it's a great feeling. Really thankful for my wife for getting everybody here. You guys are missing school today, so. But
they even signed
that's
up
the hard
yet?
part of this job is that work-life balance that I'm still working on getting better at.
All right, thank you, everyone. That concludes our press conference.
Let's go.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
And there it is, Klint Kubiak, now the head coach.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Let's get these supers in real quick. I thought that was a great presser. Really good questions.
Ooh.
I'm hyped. Again, the Max thing, man, you guys, it's a two-way street. So hopefully they can all sit down. I don't know if you've seen that, but Spy looked a little when they asked.
Next question.
Yeah, he looked like it's clearly, bro, a Max and Spy thing right here, because he kind of looked like, oh my God, not you. You know what I mean? But let's get these supers in, man. Rube with a bomb. No Helani slander will be tolerated. He blocked his ass off on third down. He's high-key the reason the Hawks won the chip, if you really think about it. Talk that talk, Rube. Talk, my brother. Also, man, salute to my dog, Rube, man, just for everything that he does for the channel. I appreciate you so much, bro. Hammer, $2 super chat over there as well from Trucker, our guy, Trucker Mark. Very excited for this head coach. I think we all are, my brother.
Bro, that fucking presser. Are you WWE heads? You see when The Rock comes out? And this is like something he's done over the last few years. Like, I'm feeling this shit right now.
Yeah. Yep.
Fuck, man.
Yep. I'm hyped, man. D Rich, he said a lot without saying much. This is different. Hey, man, look, and his dad's is one of the GOATs, man. You know what I mean? He comes from that tree. You know what I mean? So he knows how to conduct his business and go about it the right way. I love how he was very didn't really elaborate on the Fernando Mendoza thing. You know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't. You know, you just, hey man, I'm excited to have the first pick. I'm excited to have picks at top of each round, so on and so forth. I love that he didn't go dive into that question. I love the way he attacked the Brock and Genty stuff. You know, like,
Yes.
hey, you know, I love that. You know, he's excited about those guys, but it's about the whole team. The Maxx thing, having coffee with them and chopping it up with him, and would love for him to be a major piece moving forward. Again, he did everything right. And I honestly, I'm going to give these guys some credit out there too. They asked some really good questions. They tackled the Maxx thing. You know, I love that Q doubled back and asked again, you know, a little bit more to get a little bit more information, because he knows that Q is a Raider fan himself. He's one of the few people out there that actually truly love this team as a fan. So he wants to ask the hard-hitting questions because he knows the fan base is up in arms right now about this whole Maxx situation. But I just thought this was great, man. And D Rich, I appreciate you on the $2. Rube doubles back. Hey, Clint, how honored were you to coach a player like Georgia?
Such a jackass.
Yo, Rube is stupid, bro. Yo, who's this motherfucker? Willie T. Moo J. Glazer asking stupid question. Next time was it Sporting News or Sporting?
Something like that.
Yeah, I don't know how he got in the building. Gotta be real with you, Rube. Mando, Spy Tech looking like old school CM Punk. Laugh out loud. Come on, talk that talk, Mando. LV says we're headed in the right direction. Facts, my brother Ridge. No Duval energy. This press conference, we don't need it. Salute to Chuck. Immediate buy-in. Factory outlet. DeMarcus, a wise man once said, F your adversity. Talk.
Who was it? Who was that wise man?
Acknowledge me.
God damn it.
You are acknowledged, kind sir. Salute to Spivey, my dog, on a $10 smackaroonie as well. Fan since I was 8 years old. Boy, in 1968, I feel the Raider Nation is rising. F, I hope that finally all the nation can experience what I did in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I'm hoping so too, brother, because today, we always say it feels different. They brought out Chuck. They brought out Howie. They brought out Plunk. Bro, they brought out Haynes. Like, they brought the big guns out today. Like, this is no, hey, man, you know, it's good to see Pete Carroll in the building, Marshawn Lynch screaming Raiders. They brought the alumni out. They brought the creme de la creme out.
And how often do you see Howie at any of these things right now with us?
Bro,
that right there, when I heard his name, I was like, what the fuck?
Yes, bro.
Like, this is real.
Yeah.
This is real.
Also, his obligations are over now with football being over. You know what I mean? So because I never see him at the alumni parties.
Right.
You know,
exactly.
Never got an opportunity to really break bread with him and chop it up like that. So yeah, bro, to see him out there, I thought that was so dope.
That speaks volumes. That fucking speaks volumes.
Yeah. Meezy, what else did you want? They talked about Genty, they talked about Brock, talked about Fernando Mendoza, talked about what else you want? You want his dick size, bro? Like, what else do you want? I'm just trying to figure out what the hell.
I'm fucking done.
I don't know what else you want, like, bro. What else do we want, Mees? They talked to him about. I mean, bro, they talked about him working in oil. I mean, shit. I mean, what else?
That's the only thing. And people saw my facial expressions. I'm like, yo, y'all want to go watch Landman? Like, go home and watch that shit.
Yeah, but I'm just like, what? They talked about it, religion, and I mean, bro, like they tackled everything, bro. What do we want here, bro? Like, I mean, what? I
feel
don't.
Like they spoke everything except politics, so I love it.
There you go, man. Salute the rule. My mom's told me she let my dad get her pregnant because he looked like Howie. So technically, he's like my step pops.
Fucking done, bro.
Yo, Rube is stupid. So technically, he's like my step pops. Was glad to see him up there. Yep. You know what's funny, Rube? I told this story all the time. My mom doubled down again when I was in Atlanta. She said, "You know, your dad was at a Raiders party when you were born." So technically, it's like the Raiders are my dad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love it, bro. Wasn't even at the hospital. Was at a fucking Raiders party for Raiders, Redskins, 83-84 Super Bowl. So yeah. Yeah, man. Measy wants the Jerry Jones questions. He wants the hard hitting questions.
Look, apparently a bunch of y'all sitting in the chat getting hard looking at all these female fucking interviewers. Like, what the fuck? Y'all chose horniness during the presser.
Hey, bro, shit, man, golly, bro. I mean, what else do we want to do here? But I thought this was a phenomenal presser, man. You guys, we have a really, really good one in the building. Again, he wasn't in there on the rah-rah shit. This guy is going to be technical. He's going to be cerebral. You can tell that he's going to have his own relationship with each player. Like, he just gives me that mindset of like having his own individual relationships with every single player around him.
Yes.
For him to praise Mike McDonald, and for him to also say like, what did he say that I was really high on? He said like everybody has to be on the same page in order for this thing to work. Pretty much. He didn't say it verbatim, but he said it like that. Like, that is facts. What has been the issue with this organization for a while now, outside of not being able to draft? Like, the issue has been there's always problems. There's always drama. And even when there is drama, right, Hammer, like, be able to be professional enough to keep that shit behind closed doors, where it's not where people out here are entertained by the foolishness, and then we're looked at again as the organization that is just a shit show.
We're a fucking circus.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So Genty's about to go for 1,500 yards. Raiders, Adrian, I got 17-18, 2,000 all-purpose yards this year for Ashton Genty. Salute to my guy Adrian on the $2 smackaroonie. Salute to my guy Jay. That was a perfect answer about the play calling. I've never called a game by myself. I love it, bro. Again, right? He's literally saying, like, everybody that comes in is going to have a purpose. Everybody that comes in, this coaching staff, these players, the GM, his relationship with Tom, and how that was a major piece of why he's here today. And you know what? I love that Tom wasn't there. I love it. Like, I love this shit because everybody keeps saying, "Oh, Tom wants to be, the attention and blah blah blah." Tom, look,
you don't want that shit. You don't want that shit, bro. He still has his house in Miami. He still has his kids down there. Like, you know what? It was good that he wasn't there. And again, I love the fucking questions were asked. And in terms of, I've never called a game by myself. Look, this is what a head coach is supposed to do. They're not supposed to be dictators and control every fucking facet of the fucking game.
Yeah.
We have a good one. Let's see who he is going to hire as the offensive coordinator. Who is the guy that he's going to go back and forth, picking each other's brains, making the correct game plan for our offense moving forward with the weapons that we already have in play. We don't even have Mendoza yet. Yeah. We don't know who the free agent receiver is going to be. We don't know what lineman we're going to bring in here come March 11th, March 12th, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Everything looks and sounds really, really good right now. Let's shore up the rest of this coaching staff and take it from there. We're a few weeks away from the combine. And then a little bit after that, about 2 weeks after, is the start of the new league year. And I'm all in.
There you go. Salute to Jay, man. Appreciate you, man. Coming up on 2.5 hours, you guys. We're going to get the hell out of here. I would hate to leave with almost 1,800 people in the building, but Hammer needs to get some sleep. He's been working all night, has not went to sleep yet. I got some things I need to do around the house. Also, before my sons get home here from school in a second. Salute to Rube on the way out. Felt like he was monotone till he was asked about specific players. Then he kind of lit up. He definitely lit up about Brock. I love what he said about Brock. Like, he's not only going to be one of the better tight ends, he's going to be one of the better receivers in football, which is great. I love it, bro. Like again, in the slot, on the boundary.
Look, you saw what he did with AJ Barner in the Super Bowl. Yep. Now imagine what he is going to do with an elite tight end in our guy, Mr. Business himself, Mr.
Bowers.
Can't fucking wait.
I can tell his pressers won't give us much, but I think the players will like him. And that's
fine. We don't need a showy guy.
Yeah.
You answer some questions, you move the fuck on.
Yep. Chuck, you didn't send me the version, bro, that I could upload on StreamYard. If you send it to me right now, I can actually play it. You want to debut it, Chuck? We can debut it. Can you send me the 4K, or not the 4K, but I tried to upload it. And it didn't work.
Am I missing something here? What you got?
Oh, Chuck just sent me a revised intro. I thought it was really dope. really dope. Chuck always putting in that work, putting in that pain.
Yeah, we got some work for you, bro.
Yeah.
No Diddy if necessary, but we definitely need one this season for our games. And then I need a new one because this is year 5 now.
Chuck, send it to my email real quick, brother, if you can. I'll upload it right now. We can play it on the way out. It gives off very NWO vibes, NWO-ish vibes. Down.
We need that shit for Shield more, bro. Remember the fucking you remember the video when we first started Shield more?
Yeah.
The NWO, the Pinata one, bro.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. And I also have a new Raider anthem on the way, which will be the new song for the channel as well at some point here around the draft. So stay tuned for that, you guys.
Can we make a music video at the draft for that? That would be fire.
I might have to try to get a cameraman out there, man. I don't know.
You know, the nation is going to be incredibly deep in Pittsburgh. We have the #1 overall pick. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane out there for Raider Nation.
Give a few questions real quick while we wait here, you guys. Get a few in real fast. Did y'all see Spytek's interview? He said taking the quarterback 1 is not a sure thing. I mean, he's supposed to say that. You know, again, he's supposed to say that. Honestly,
we're also in Vegas. We're not supposed to show our hand. Come on.
Yeah, but again, I mean, there you have. She couldn't say any better than that. But
yep.
I think we all know where he's going with the #1 pick. So, you know, maybe he wants to see, you know, or kind of keep people on their toes going into the draft. But as a GM, bro, you don't want to commit to one guy immediately. I mean, what happens, bro, if God forbid, let's just say something happens with Mr. Perfect Fernando Mendoza this offseason, right? And you commit to him and then something happens. I think Spy is smart enough to understand that there's a lot of shit, you know, that can happen in this world. So
you know what, Fernando, do not participate in the combine. You could do your interviews, all that fun stuff, but do not participate in the combine.
I think he's going to work out. He's not going to throw, and I think he's doing a pro day with his teammates. He said that he wanted to do a pro day.
Okay.
But he may go work out at the combine, but I think he's not throwing specifically. So
is that Andy?
Andy in the build, man. This Max stuff is just comedy.
Hi, Andy.
Yeah. Hot One Records, you know what time it is, bro. You know what time it is. I think Brady knows what time it is. Kubiak knows what time it is. Everybody knows what time it is. So it is what it is. Let me see something real quick. Okay, Chuck didn't send it over, so it's all good. Let me I'll put it on the next live. It's cool. It's the same. It's pretty much. It's kind of like the same intro without 2025, without Pete in it, without Gino. A few added players, some new music. So it's dope though. It's dope. I definitely appreciate Chuck for always putting in that work, putting in that pain. But other than that, you guys, we talked about everything today. Expect a Mr. Wasted Talent show later on. I know he wants to talk about this and cover this as well. You know, Hammer will be back in the thick of things here soon. We're gonna be probably doing a show sometime this weekend. So look for that. Also, Stu hit me up yesterday. He wants to do a show. So expect the Graphk and Stu show sometime this week as well. So stay tuned for that, you guys. Real talk. And on the way out, what's one player you think comes over from Seattle? I got Rashid Shaheed. I think Rashid Shaheed. I think that's going to be the guy. He played in New Orleans with him and in Seattle with him. I think that's the guy that he wants to bring over from Seattle. Kenneth Walker, though, man, he did shout out K9.
Yeah, he did.
He shouted out K9 like specific.
Do you think Reek ends up landing here or no?
No, without Pete Carroll in the building, I don't think that happens. I think that his shenanigans in that NFC championship, I think that kind of rubbed people the wrong way.
Yeah.
That could have got them in some trouble. Thank the Lord his teammates, bounced back from it and they won that game. But that could have been really, really bad. So I think there was some maturity issues right there with him.
Yeah.
And he got burned by Mac Hollins in the Super Bowl too. He got cooked. I'm a Tariq guy, you know what I mean? But I also know I'm realistic about. Oh, Chuck just sent it over. So let me see. Let me see if I can download this. All right. Oh, I got
K9 is going to command too much money. Ty Montgomery in the later rounds.
Chuck, I just requested access, brother. I just requested access, and that just said access denied. Let me see what I can do. Hold on. Oh, viewer. Okay. Request.
Urban salute, my guy. I'll take Kobe Bryant. Bro, that fucking helmet to helmet shot that he laid out. Good God.
Yeah, bro. All right, let me download this real quick.
Y'all get to see it first, y'all.
Yeah, it's and I'm gonna do it on the way out. But again, it's clean. I like the music too. For those Northern Cali fans that want the hyphy shit, this is not for you. Again, this is not what it is. Let me see if I can download this right now.
Chuck, we're gonna talk soon, my guy.
Let me see. Boom. Let's see if this works.
Yo, you know what's funny, Andy? I think we had in one of the mocks, I think we had Messidor in the second round. Like I think we were able to get him in the second round.
I think he's gonna be going in the first, though, little bro. I think he's gonna be going in the first. He's too good of a player. Oh, wasted. There he goes. SpongeBob up top, Kevin Durant below.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all? What up, bro? I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up at some point later today too. I definitely am gonna have to get some sleep.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to upload this video real quick and then we'll get rolling. But again, Wasted will be live today, you guys. So make sure you pull up on bro unless he pushes it another 24 hours like he always does. The resident Shieldmore troll, Mr. Wasted Talent himself. I'll be live in 10 minutes, y'all. Pull up. Bump, bam, 24 hours later. Let me see. Okay, it's still downloading. So hold on real quick. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I'm trying to get it together.
He got a new intro too.
Oh, he's working on some things. Chuck is always over.
Yeah, he's gonna have a lot of work coming up now.
Let me see. He said, "Haters, send me the link."
Yo, send him the link.
Oh, I didn't know you were at the crib.
He don't pull up to games. He definitely don't pull up to pressers.
All right, hold on. Let me see. I thought bro was out and about.
I was gonna say one of his lines, but I'm like, nah, it's just not right now.
Hold on, let me see. Check Twitter, you goofy.
Well, you stop using IG? They banned him?
Nah. I always send it over to his Twitter. Yeah. Salute to our brother Wasted Talent, about to pull up with the gout. Pull up with the gout. Let me see what do y'all think about this? Hold on real quick. Let me get this. All right, there we go. The Gout Master.
Yo, you effing bum. You the Gout Master. How you gonna use my own shit against me, bro?
Because you got it and I don't, motherfucker.
Nah, I don't have no goddamn gout, man. Get the fuck out of here. You turkey neck fucker, you. This guy is up.
I didn't tell y'all that Wasted, when he came out to Detroit for the draft a few years ago, he had a suitcase just for Epsom salt. Shit was wild.
Bro,
wild,
bro. Nah, dog. Listen, man. Look, you mangy looking bastard. You up here trying to talk about some yo, bro. It is funny, bro. Like, yo, like I don't be roasting you like that, bro. Now, did I get on you when you had your Timbs tied so tight I thought you was gonna have a goddamn seizure from your circulation cutting off? Did I say anything to you?
No. You know why you didn't? Because I brought it up first. I knew how to read.
No, bro. I saw that shit, bro. I saw it, bro. I ain't do you dirty, bro. I was like, this joker's out here look like he's, about to hike through the rice paddy in Vietnam with them boots. Well, I didn't want to do that to you, bro. I didn't want to say to you that you had your shits tied like backwards pool cues, them skinny ass boots. I didn't say nothing,
bro. My blood pressure was pretty bad at the Jodeci concert.
yeah. I ain't say nothing to you. I
was like, forever, my.
Oh shit.
Yo, what's good, bro? We're not gonna talk too much about it, but how'd you feel about the presser? Just a few words.
I mean, bro, it was great, and, but bro, how many times we've been through this? Even since I've been podcasting, right? Like for me, this year, all the hopium is out the window. I need to see some results. I need to see them go out there and really form this team properly, bro. Like it's always, you know, it's like when you buy, you know, hey man, it's a family show, so I'm not gonna say it, but it's like when you get, you know, a new pair of sneakers or a new pair of boots, you're real happy. Yeah. I mean, or you know, like when you get a new chick, right? It's like everything is new, it's great. And then 3 days in, you like, man, what the F is this? And listen, you know, Robert Cisneros, man, look, bro. I understand that you have to go and, you know, go mix your testosterone and your estrogen together. This juiced up bum, Robert Cisneros, is always talking his crap. Listen, man, I'm trying to tell you something, man. I know that your prostate is shriveled up to the size of a goddamn prune, Rob, but I gotta give you some proof. Listen, man. Let's be for real, man. All of the hype and all of this stuff, all of the things that are wrong with this team are still wrong with it, and they gotta address it. I am not coming on here and he's gonna do this and that. We don't know yet. We don't know. We don't know who they're gonna draft. We don't know who they're gonna bring in and all of that. And I know everybody's excited, and we should be, because we did things the right way. They took their time. These are the things you can be excited about. You can be excited about the process. But I am not going to sell you on Kubiak just yet, because this is the mistake that we've made. I was excited for Josh McDouche. I was excited. I was like, man, they got the McDouche bag here. Let's see how it works. We were excited for Antonio Pierce. We were excited last year for Pete Carroll. We're going to compete. We're going to win now. Yo, I need to see how they go about filling in this staff, because it's late in the game. Who's he going to bring in the building? You know, and then how are they going to address the personnel? Because they have to replace like 80% of their roster.
I think that's what's great, though, is that you can tell they're preaching patience. Like, this thing is not going to be built in one day. You know,
right?
Pete's thing is compete. I win 10 games. That's what I do. You know, and you know, with AP coming in after being the intern, and we won a few games with him as the head coach, there was some excitement because the whole fan base was like, oh, he's a Raider at heart. Josh McDaniels, the Patriot way, won a ton of championships, right? So this just feels a little different. It's like, look, man, the way he spoke, it was just kind of like, we're going to figure this thing out, but it's going to take some time. That's just kind of what I got from it.
Yeah, and the thing is that, you know, if you're a smart person, right, you would go about it from that prism because of what was promised last year. And I think that is – and I don't want to give too much away, because you're not going to go live.
No. Yeah,
but I think that that's the biggest problem that we had. Like, because the thing is, for us, when we looked at this roster, we were like, yo, you ain't got 10 games.
Yeah.
Like, even when we were going through, like fucking Hammer had us at 6 and 12.
And then went through the first 4 weeks and said, fuck all the dumb shit. You're looking at a 2-15, 3-14.
Like, Hammer, I got to give Hammer his respect, because we were like, 7-9, you know, 500. Hammer was like, no, we are not going to be a good football team this year, right? And I'm not going to allow my football brain to get blocked by my heart. In my heart, I want the Raiders to go right to the Super Bowl. I always want to believe that it's going to work out. But like, yo, we must not do this, because that's the reason why things get short-circuited in Raider Nation.
Of course.
Because we let our emotions get the best of us.
We can say this, coming off of a Super Bowl win, flying to Vegas immediately for your presser, saying, hell yeah, I'm going to be a Raider, saying everything right, you know, praising Brock, saying that he's not only going to be one of the better tight ends, but one of the better receivers in football, spoke highly of Genty, had some coffee with Max, hoping that he could be. I just felt like this one was, it was like, I like what somebody just said, a professional, not emotional. Like, hey, you know, we got a lot of work to do. Like, what did he say? That's what he said. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. And I love it. For him to be honest off the rip wasted, I'm here for that.
Yeah, I am as well. I am as well, Graphk. But you know what? For me, it's all baby steps. It's baby steps for me. It's like, okay, that's one thing.
Rose up like a stripper.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. It's baby steps for me. And I was uploading something.
Okay.
It's baby steps for me. Like right now, for me, listen, man, yo, that sounds good. Check. Good presser. Check.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah. Well, you know, we're gonna do this. Don't waste any time. You're at home. Go live right now.
You don't tell me what the F.
Bro, the people want to hear you, bro.
You effing bum.
Who
the F are you?
The people want to hear you in your wet blanket ass nonsense, bro. They want to hear you say, don't get too happy. Don't get too happy.
Oh man, see, you're talking about ass blankets, and I'm talking about football. This is what happens when you come over to the OLV, whorehouse of pawsdom. I mean, what the F is going on here? I came here to talk football. You're talking about ass blankets.
Ass blankets.
It's crazy. Yo, Ayo Anthony, you are an effing bum, and I can't wait until I upload my next live because you will be unceremoniously blocked. You effing bum.
So the man that wasted got
about to be unceremoniously blocked. Thank you.
Yeah, you got that peak PTSD. Laugh out loud. Salute the man, though. Salute to Tony also, man. So great to see Ashton right there. Let's go, Nation. Graphk and Hammer, thanks for all that you do and for pulling up early and making my morning a quality one. We appreciate you, Tony, for being here. And also, you guys, go look at the Raiders Instagram, you guys. Besh was there. Brock was there. Genty, Caleb Rogers. A ton of the young guys were in the building. DJ Glaze, our guy, was there. So it's good to see all the guys in the building to meet their new head coach.
Bro, what I'm excited about is the development because we're gonna see exactly how good everyone is at their job this year, and it's gonna be no excuses.
John Benton, bring that ass to Vegas.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. There's some other guys I want to get into that I would love the Raiders to kick.
Whoa, relax. You gotta chill out, big dog. See, that's what I be saying, man. Like the chat was really horny. The chat was really horny when they showed Shorty over there asking the questions. Now you over here on some whole other redirecting ass.
Man, yo,
relax, big dog.
Listen, bro. Look, man, I'm gonna need for you to go wash that dirty shag carpet on your face, man.
Save that for your family show, bro.
You gotta chill.
You know what's crazy, man? I hate that Waste is calling me out on my beard that hasn't been cut in 2 weeks because you just got fresh. That's wild.
I ain't get fresh, bro. Look, I didn't even get fresh, bro. I ain't even get fresh, bro. All I did was just do a little maintenance trim. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go down on Bergen Street right now and go tap in with Poppy a little later. I gotta head down.
With me, right?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
Nah. I ain't you know what's crazy? It was too many people when we were in Newark that day. We had to get on. I took you.
I had to hurry up. We did some last minute shit.
Yeah. Nah. I wanted to take you to the Poppy that really get you right, like bro in Jersey City. But yo, this the crazy part, man. Like yo, I had to take a half day today, vacation. I got some stuff I got going on.
Yeah.
And I was just listening to this and all the crap I'm dealing with physically, it just went away from hearing, how excited everybody is, man. I love this for us, man. We need to be happy, bro. We had a bad season. But yo, you know what's crazy, man? There's one guy who wasn't there, and I'm glad. His name is Geno Smith.
Hold on. Come on, Graphk.
What?
One last.
Geno! Oh, shit, I'm knocking my lights down and everything.
Oh my God, man.
Geno, bro.
Geno.
No.
Yo, Eugene bum ass Smith. Yeah. I had to start calling that joker Geno, but that is Geno bum ass Smith, yo.
Salute to Spivey. Wasted bringing the wisdom of extreme old age. Talk that.
Spivey, you about 90 years old too, Spivey. You your wooden face.
Spivey showed his age today. He said he was a Raider since 8 years old, and he was there for the 60s, 70s, and 80s teams.
Yeah, so Spivey looked like one of them wooden Indians in the smoke shop.
Oh, Spivey said like Indian in the cupboard, bro.
Yo, Spivey looked like he like a dog from the House of Wax.
Yo, Punches says, Graphk, when you gonna break out the new green room? When I got the new intro, I got some other stuff working. We'll be in there in a second. Trust me, I gotta move things over there, bro. I gotta get out of this. I just try to hit 1-360 and damn near knocked over my whole kitchen.
Yeah.
Swag says need to see improvement, at least 6 wins. Canes, we aren't a roster. Because we aren't a roster that should be in the playoff in year 1. Plus, 2027 draft is loaded with talent. Well, let me say this way. We don't know what this team looks like yet. We have a whole free agency period. We have a ton of money, and we have a full draft class, and we have like 20 plus free agents. This is gonna be a whole new team in 2026.
Yep. So
we can bring our expectations down a little bit because rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, we can kind of pump the brakes a little bit. But again, we can still be a good football team that can go out there and compete and win some ball games. So I don't know what happened with Wasted. It just says device not.
Yeah, I'm looking. I see that.
But you guys go pull up the Wasted channel. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I gotta get something to eat and all that good stuff. But real quick, salute to everybody here in the building. Wipe them feet, you guys. Break them thumbs over at Hammer's channel. Hit that subscribe button, you guys, if you guys are not subscribed yet. Thank you for hanging out with us for 3 hours. And yeah, man, I'm gonna go ahead and put this new intro on. Salute to my brother Chuck in the chat. If you guys need any work, graphics, intro work, anything like that, man, go follow my guy Chuck T on Instagram, on Twitter, all that good stuff. Or if you want to get a hold of him, reach out to me and I'll definitely lock you in with them. So Hammer, love, bro. Salute to everybody in the building. Love y'all. Hopefully a coffee and convo tomorrow. A lot of excitement in the nation. Until then, you guys enjoy this big win. Klint Kubiak is officially our head coach. Love. One.